I already am.
Are you already doing it?
Yeah, we're already recording.
Wait, does that mean I'm allowed to do the intro?
If you want to do the intro.
What if I drag out what if I drag out the pre-intro intro?
Well, then this will become the intro.
But do I pause it here and then put the music in? Or is this post-music and now the listener's like, why the hell are you talking about it? Why are you just not doing your podcast?
They've already turned off by this point.
Yeah, at this point, they've already gone. I do it one way on the video and you do it the other way.
Yeah, but then we need to work out who's doing it which way.
We'll do that later, or we'll just do look at the draw.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 80 of
No, it's 76.
76 is the Trigger Up podcast.
Oh my god, Dan, you're so Tim Pot. This is such a Tim Pot podcast.
Oh, mate. And here I was thinking I was rescuing it. I can't believe it.
I feel that was a decent rescue. For most of the time, you just seem to just sit back and let shit fall where it falls down, so that's quite proactive of you. Well done.
Usually, you sit there for 2.5 hours and then tell a joke at the end and everybody loves you.
I'm like the podcast host version of, you know those people, as soon as there's a natural disaster, the first thing they do is get their phones out to record it. Just to let it happen, see what happens, see where the chips lie.
I thought, like, you know, like when you was playing FIFA as a kid, or maybe as an adult, I suppose, if you're like into that sort of thing, and there's always like the main commentator, except when someone breaks their leg, and then there's the secondary commentator who's like, oh, that's gonna hurt him, Jim, and that's it, that's all he says.
I see Dan more like the lawyer that hangs around the accident black spots, you know? And then, accident happens, and it's like, oh, did you know you could claim for that?
Oh, like James.
Yeah. The guy off The Simpsons. What's his name? Yeah. Lionel Hutz.
Yeah.
How are we been anyway, gentlemen?
Yeah.
We only did a podcast 2 weeks ago, so, like, it's too soon, man. Too soon.
Yeah. I haven't even forgot what you look like yet.
No, also, it's, for us in listening land, it's Friday the 13th. But you in listener land, you're not going to be able to hear it until the 20th because Warlord has an embargo on us. Which, for one, that's cool. We have early access to rules so we can review them and it'll be all up in front. But then Warlord keep releasing articles talking about what we're going to talk about. So, yay, we're trying to be up front and we're still going to be behind.
But the other thing as well is when you see people on like our Discord speculating about what the new rules of that are going to be, and all you're doing is screaming in people's faces about what the actual answer is.
Yeah. So by the time you hear this, you're probably going to know the gist of all the new Conflict 47 rules that are coming out with the new Festival of Europa book that we reviewed last episode in the Doobie-Zoo. Go and have a look at that. But what we're going to do is we're going to be going to more depth than the articles they've given. That's our selling point. Yeah. Depth and girth.
But we also have to say...
Not on this show.
We also have to say...
It's just the tip.
Just the tip, yeah.
That anything we've been given is actually also still subject to change.
Obviously,
so we could spend however long we do tonight going through all of these unit entries that we've got, and by the time they're actually put in the PDF, they'd be completely different.
We've all
listened to our podcasting on.
We've also been told we're not allowed to share screenshots of the rules. We can only talk about them, and we're not allowed to share points values. So don't be sitting there going, how many points is that? You're going to have to just wait. And again, like Spurs says, they're probably subject to change anyway. We'll try and be vague. We'll be like, this is a reasonable price. This is you could swap a Stewart out for this with some additions, you know? Do you remember back in the day, when like I think it was like 4/4 5th 40k, back when like forums were still a really big thing, and you'd have the big giant rumour threads, and like the leakers who would come and tell rules wouldn't be allowed to post points, so they'd be like, this new tank will cost you 35 melter bombs, because the melter bombs 5 points each. It's just like people can do maths. Like there's no point. Oh, whatever.
Oh, can they though? Can they do maths?
I've seen list submissions for Hellmarch. So no, actually they can because the app's doing it for them. But if it wasn't for the app, then no. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
How many? What's that?
I was going to say, is that the same sort of no as Owen when he goes, I will not buy any more models?
100%.
Sure, you know.
To be fair, there's if he wanted to start a British army, there's no point because all the stock for the entire UK allocation of robots has been brought by the 2 or 3 people come to Hell March. So, yeah.
No, not good. I've got a good proportion.
Yeah.
If you do British and you don't do robots, you're doing it wrong anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, but Greg's brought nothing but the Mark II robots. You know how you're supposed to have the Mark 1s and then the Mark 2s makes them better? Greg's just gone, nah, fuck it. We'll just have the big ones.
I mean, he's got a point, because then you don't have to worry about keeping the Mark 1s better.
Yeah, but then there's less places for objectives and shit. So, we'll see. Exciting. But yeah, for any last minute listeners, we still have a shitload of tickets after Hell March, should you want to come on the final weekend in March. What's that, 28th and 29th?
What's in it?
No, 28th and 29th of March.
No, it's 2 weeks tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh, 2 weeks time! Jesus Christ, that's closer than I thought it was going to be. Oh, well, that's exciting.
When is list submission? Is that supposed to be tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
Or is that next week?
It's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Should probably put a post out about that.
Whatever. Look, it's a small tournament. There's not going to be too many. It's not going to be too serious. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I have put the announcement out though last week that I've lifted the painting requirement. So if you're not brought a ticket yet because you're like, I don't want to paint my shit, damn. You can still come. It's fine. There we go. So.
But I'll be there in some form anyway because Ash has already put it in the calendar and I didn't even know.
There you go then.
Yeah.
So I'll either be there and play as a Gumby or be there and fuck around. So.
There's no Gumby because it's round robin, then.
You'll definitely play him. You will definitely play him. If there's any Gumby, it'll be me dropping out rather than playing and then just being an actual TO. That's the plan for Gumbying. But I'm excited. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to going out for food on Saturday night, which is always the highlight of the weekend. So, well, hey, yeah. I've made some certificates. They look pretty sweet. Currently, there's enough certificates and people going that everyone's going to get a certificate. It's the most Zoomer millennial tournament you've ever been to. Participation trophy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Arriving. Yeah.
No, coming. You picked my words correctly, Spurlie. Don't take this from me. Moving on. Any announcements before we crack on with the rule review?
Not from
no.
Well, I guess we could say keep your eyes peeled for our Armies of Italy book review that might come soon.
Yeah. Getting forced into talking about bolt action now. We can get Pete out for that. Me and Dan will go on a sabbatical. You and Pete can talk about that.
No, you'll love it.
Okay.
You'd absolutely love it.
If you say so.
I mean, I've not looked at it yet, but I need to.
Moving on swiftly. So, right, let's crack on then. So the first thing that is new is that they have brought out some army-specific platoons. So, and these can take out, rather than having the mandatory assault platoon where, hey, look, here's your HQ and 2 troops, instead you can decide if you want to take one of these special platoons. So before we go into them, there's one for the Americans and there's one for the Axis. What's your thoughts about the entire concept of having army-specific platoons?
Well, you mean almost kind of like, I think another word for them, or another name, would like a selector for a theatre. I think that would be a good name for it. Yeah.
I mean,
it's a new concept. I don't think all of them
on bolt action IP, and you can't do that.
It's not though, because you can still take whatever you want, because you can still take other platoons.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's essentially a theatre selector within the whole platoon structure. Because this platoon that we're going to look at for the Axis is pretty much for all of the scenarios within Western Europa.
I think I saw in a lot of the Conflict 47 chats when the whole custom platoon thing was being spoken about on the Warlord articles, that there's a lot of bolt action guys like, why don't we have that? And it's because fuck you, bolt action players can't have nice things because you keep arguing about history. That's why you can't have nice things. Fuck off.
I've seen a lot of people say They should bin off whoever's look after bolt action and give it to the conflict guys as well.
Are we Are we now? Now we're under an NDA. Are we contractually obligated to not keep shitting on rules designers? Because this is going to be really difficult.
Well, the NDA is just to not release stuff that comes out.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Again, if we did that, then we probably just wouldn't get any.
Or I will. Okay, I'm going to be really, really diplomatic and just say, Alessio, please look at what the K47 guys are doing and do that too for bolt action. Thank you. That'd be good. We like it. It's good. It reminds me a bit of like. Do you remember? And I'm going to trigger a lot of people now, so I'm really sorry. 6th edition 40k formations. It was really horrendously overpowered, and it did kind of like ruin the game. But like, there was a good idea before they started giving everyone free rhinos and shit of like, if you take these certain units, you get these special rules. It's a similar thing. If you take this, I guess, somewhat more limited selector, but not really. Well, even I'm saying selector now. Platoon gets you some special rules. It does kind of mean it. I know you mentioned this as well on Discord the other day, Spurlie, how like it kind of funnels you into building your army a certain way.
Yeah.
This only encourages that. Do you reckon there might be a bit of will we see less diversity in lists now? Because like, well, put it this way: if you're gonna build a zombie list for your Axis, you're gonna use this platoon. There's no way you wouldn't use this platoon. And actually, even if you're having 1 or 2 units of zombies rather than your whole force, you still no reason to not take this platoon.
It depends on how you want to go into this platoon. Because I made a list that came out at insert points value here, and that would be a good chunk of your force. You could, but if you say stripped it down to its bare bones just so you can get this platoon, I don't know if it'd be that effective to just kind of do it to get the special rules.
But what you could,
fully into it.
But my first thought is like, you could take this platoon, chuck all your zombies in it, so all your zombies have the special rule, and then you take a normal assault platoon on top of that, and then bring the units that you can't take in that platoon, or that wouldn't benefit from the rules in that platoon, if that makes sense.
What we probably need to do is, before we discuss all the ins and outs of the platoon, we should probably actually tell people what the platoon is and what they can do with it.
Fuck up, Spurlie. Fine. Right, let's talk about it then. Totem Rot Platoon. A Totem Rot Platoon may be taken in lieu of an Assault Platoon as a mandatory requirement for an Axis force. Spurlie, what is in a Totem Rot Platoon?
So, mandatory units, you've got to take a Totem Rot Platoon commander, or, you've done this, so I have to say this name, isn't it? The Enterman Oberstats Albrecht von Zottering.
The special character, it's Dr. Rock's It's the special character, Dr. Rock. Yeah, Dr. Rock.
Then you've got to take at least 2 Totem Core squads, and zombies, 2 of the 5011 Nakzera.
Nakzera. So the Nakzera is the it's the zombie walker. The zombie walker, yeah. So 2 infantry squads and 2 walkers. Mandatory.
Yeah, we know how broken walkers can be.
Yeah, before we've even looked at what the rules of what it is do, the fact that it's a walker in your mandatory platoon is like, cool. And it's a walker you don't need to bring a separate platoon for. You don't need to bring you don't need to bring a separate tank or anything like that. Yeah.
Platoon. Yeah. You get walkers in your armored platoon, in your assault platoon, basically.
The interesting thing is, I was going to say, before we do that, you do need to take 5 units mandatory. 2 walkers, 2 zombie squads, and a commander. Obviously, a normal assault platoon, you only have to take a commander and 2 squads. So there is a bit more of an upfront cost, I guess.
But I think when we get into the units themselves, you'll see the synergy there and why that is.
Mm-hmm.
But like optional, you've got up to 3 Totem Core squads, 1 Totem Rot medic. You can take up to 2 Shock Trooper squads, and another 3 of the Nakzera. So you could have 5 of them in this platoon.
The fact that you could have 5 squads of zombies, 2 squads of shock troopers, and 5 walkers all in a single platoon. You could just be like, so we're gonna have the mono platoon tournament. Everyone gets one platoon. You've got a shotgun. I want this one.
It kind of goes back to what we said earlier, that, like, say, in a theatre selector, you're like, oh, well, this is just going to be part of the whole platoon structure. If you filled that out,
that's an army.
Yeah. So, and the fact that you've got all of your infantry and 5 walkers in there, that's 2 platoons.
I guess that you're just saving on points for having to spend
paper.
On commanders and stuff.
You're saving on the paper that you have to print your army list out on as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. You can also bring a transport unit per infantry unit if you want to put all your zombies in trucks. And there's also
zombies go in trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the special rules.
No, that's fine. They're not even heavy. You can put 12 in a half track.
How do you keep them in there?
You get like a potato masher and you just push them in like that.
Yeah, but zombies aren't really known for following direction either, are they? So...
The driver's not a zombie. It's just the guys in the back. Have you never been a designated driver before? Mate, I know that feeling. You can drive with zombies in the back. You're fine. There's also the option you can bring the special character as an optional unit if you don't take him as your commander. So you could have a platoon commander and Dr. Octopus as well. I know that's not his name, but the Zogling. There you go, Zogling.
Well, at least I attempted to say his name.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll say the American lady's name. So
that really difficult one.
Yeah. But you have to say it so many times because she's got so many models. Right, so that's what you.
We're not special rules then.
I was going to say what go on, Smelly.
Okay. So special rules: Totem Corps units in a Totem Rock platoon within 6 inches of a Totem Rock platoon commander, specialist medic, or the Naxalera from the same platoon lose limited intelligence special rule.
So that's the one. That's the limited intelligence is what stops them scoring objectives.
Correct.
Yeah. That's exciting because if you fill this platoon out, if you fill this platoon out, you're going to have a commander, a special character, the medic, and like 5 walkers. So you're always going to be within 6 inches of some zombies. So as long as you space yourself out properly, those zombies are grabbing all the objectives in the world. Yeah. Plus, if the zombies grab the objective and then you walk away and lose the limited intelligence rule or regain it, should I say, you've already got the objective. It's fine. You don't lose it. You just sit there. So.
Yeah. And then also...
Sorry, at what point do you lose it, though?
The moment...
Or do you gain it? So, for instance, if you start within range, can you move out of range, still have it...
No, because it would be at the point where you are taking the objective, you would need to be within 6 inches of that.
So you have to... But there's ways around it. You can like daisy chain yourself, should you need to. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think a decent player will be able to keep all of his units within 6 inches easily. Because you either make sure you spread yourself out properly, or you proper clump up in a giant ball of zombie mass and go, well, everything's within 6 inches of everything else. What I really hope you don't have, do you remember when you see some armies, back before Games Workshop used to do like Wholly Within, and you just see like giant strings of like plague bearers or something, so all the one guy's back in range of Epidemius, that kind of thing, Like, gamers can abuse this should they need to.
That daisy chain always reminds me of you two at the Battlefield Birmingham.
Oh, yeah!
The footballs with them we went through, and you played that Nurgle army.
We never played it, but there was a guy whose army was literally just 200 odd plague bearers. That was it.
I thought you could play it.
No,
it was on the table. We played an orc player that was similar to that, where he had a massive squad.
And then, but he'd done them so it was like, right, that's the squad of all the blue bases, and that's the squad of all the red bases, that's the squad of all the yellow bases. You could keep track of which ones. And they would all daisy chains, it was crazy.
Wasn't it all back to like a terrain piece?
One tree,
it was all back to the tree of fecundity or whatever it was, and they were all intermixed with each other, so they all gave each other combat cover. Yeah.
Luckily, this won't be that bad because you won't need to daisy chain it, because if you've built your army properly, you're going to have 5 or 6 sources of using that special rule. But
you can't be within an inch of another unit anyway, can you?
No.
Can you remind some players of that, please, Dan? That's a very strong rule and a very good point. But it's whenever I'm walking around tournaments and stuff, especially with like bold actions, always the one thing you see is people cramming their models together and going, 1 inch gap. You walk around with a widget going, Yeah.
Especially behind a building that you want to get out of line of sight. The mortar and the officer can stand next to each other, and let's put a squad of 10 there as well.
Yeah. And then people like you and me put the trucks so they're like an inch away from each other and go, you can't walk past it because you can't be over an inch, and they go, what? And they're like, that's what the rules are, man. That's how it works.
Talking of rules, we've got one more. So, again, Totem Rat Platoon, within 6 inches of all the other stuff I said earlier, you lose your exhausted penalty. So, normally, the Totem Corps...
So, normally when they're exhausted, they can't charge, they can't do a run order.
Yeah, so they can't run and they can't charge.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you're within 6 inches, you can. So, this is an interesting one, though, Dan, because you can be within 6 inches of the commander, then you charge, say, 11 inches, and then that automatically takes you out of that bubble, but then you will...
It's too late because you've already done it,
Yeah. But then you'd be limited intelligence, so you couldn't hop onto the objective and claim it.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to consolidate, hopefully get a big number for you consolidate back, and then daisy chain it.
One person on it,
Yeah. So, basically, if you take this platoon, all your zombies become a whole lot more useful. And actually, like, you can play an entire... Because normally, up until now, if you tried to build a zombie-based list, you'd lose the moment you run out of, like, the moment you had an objective to take, or the moment you ran out of, Rift Dice. So, like, this will keep you in the game for far longer. This looks really strong, actually. I think this is really strong.
Yeah. Because especially when we get into the special rules for that hero, what the walkers actually do.
Yeah, and zombies aren't easy to kill. They're like 6+ damage each, and they've got to fighter. Like they're nasty boys. And if they're surging, if they're surging, they get +1. They get +1 in combat when they're surging as well. Like, and they're only 21 points a dude. Like in K47, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah,
for a zombie. So I think if you was going to go, if you started today and go, right, I'm gonna create a hardcore tournament Axis list, I think you'd start with this platoon every time.
Yeah. It's a solid starting point.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. I mean, and then you'll make your opponent happy for a small part, because they're like, oh, you've got 6+ models, I can kill them with all my LNGs, yay! Rather than Star Troop and spam, until the zombies all come back again, and then you're like, shit.
Yeah.
Right. Shall we go and talk about some of these new units then?
Yeah.
Come then, Mr. Don Ernstmann Obersatz Albrecht von Zogling. Doc Ock. What does Doc Ock do?
Lots. he really does a lot.
It's a really big set of rules, isn't it?
Yes. So, he comes with a pistol. He gets +1 pen at close quarters. You can give him... So, he can be accompanied...
The +1 pen is from his medical instruments.
Yeah.
Think Fabius Bile from 40k.
Yeah.
So this is not based on Fabius in any way.
But one interesting thing, he can take, like, bodyguards, and they are Totem Corps.
So up to 6 zombies can be kept with him, which also means he himself gets to, like, generate the guys back from, like, zombies dying. So...
Yes. Yeah, so the medical implements, that's got its own set of special rules. So if he inflicts a casualty in close combat against something with a damage value of 6 or less, so that is some power armoured stuff, but not.
Yeah. So it's like everything short of a Star Trooper and a werewolf, basically.
Yeah. And it doesn't have computational systems, so it isn't a robot.
No robots, yeah.
No British robots. So when you kill someone, for everything you kill in combat that's less than a 6, roll a d6. And every time you roll a 4+, you get a Totem Corps model.
Added to your unit.
Is this an extra one?
It's just it's just.
So if you start with 0, he kills something in close combat, rolls a 4. He's then got 1 totem claw.
He's also
if he starts with 6 and you do that, you've then got 7.
A unit may not exceed its maximum number of models using this ability.
But
yeah.
No, not this one.
Oh, I'm looking at the one below. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's got free. He's deadly 2 with tough fire and +1 in combat. So he's not a slouch in combat. He'll be running into things with free attacks and.
But if you take him already tooled up with 6 zombies as well.
Yeah, but it'll be only him that adds units, extra zombies back to the unit. Because
the thing is it's only him that needs to get into combat.
The
zombies are just there to die on the way in, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
And you get in, kill a bunch of stuff, raise more zombies, so your next charge is eaten by those zombies again, and then just rinse and repeat all the way.
Yeah.
But there's also, when you look at, if you pair this up with that next area, oh no, sorry, never mind.
Right, let's keep going.
Yeah. Let's just stick with him.
He's also a specialist medic, so whenever a friendly totem core unit within 6 inches of him suffers damage from a range attack, roll d6. On the 6, you don't get to kill him, so he's also a medic. Woohoo. And he also has the built-in rule where friendly zombies within 6 inches lose limited intelligence. So even if you're not taking the specialist platoon, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you wasn't, you can still take this guy in your army. He would then be able to spread the bubble.
And if he's surging as well.
Yeah. So he comes with a point of luck. Exciting. Germans, the Axis don't have any other access to luck. This is, as far as I know, one of your only ways to get luck, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
He's also got 2 points of Rift Mastery, including and he has a Rift ability himself, so he comes with 3 Rift dice. So you can either save those dice for yourself to keep using your ability, which, you might want to use, or you can use them to create shenanigans and pass surging Rift dice onto werewolves. That's also fun.
Yeah.
So, his Rift ability is the Eternal Dead. It does have a German version. I'm not going to try and read that. At any time, Dr. Entman can opt to exhaust a Rift die to return D6 Totem Core models to his unit previously removed as casualties. The returned models must be able to be placed in formation of the unit and not within 1 inch of an enemy unit. Note that this means the ability may not be used whilst engaged in close quarters, and it may not exceed its maximum number of models using this ability. So it's the same unit, same rule normal zombies have. They can get D6 models back. Yeah. However, in addition, friendly Totem Core units within 6 inches of the Doctor may use one of his active or surging Rift dice for their own the Dead Rise Again enhancement rather than their own, which means if you've got zombies within 6 inches of this dude, they can use their ability using this guy's Rift dice rather than their own. And he's got 3 of them. So, if you've got, if the Doctor sat there in amongst shitloads of zombies and they run out of Rift dice, you can keep raising them. Keep going. That could be really strong if you're good at daisy chaining and deploying stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what's really strong about his ability for his own unit as well?
Yep.
It doesn't say during his activation.
No.
It just says at any time. So if you get shot to shit and he's the only guy left, and you think, oh no, someone else is going to shoot me and I'm definitely going to die, or the same unit's going to get a point of guts and activate again, just immediately do it, get D6 zombies back so that you got a good chance of surviving again.
Yeah.
Well, that's it's very rare that you get a Rift ability like that where you can just go, at any point, fuck it, I'm just doing it.
Mm-hmm. And it's go on, Spurlie.
I was just going to say, the more zombies he's got, the more wounds he effectively has.
Yeah.
So you've really got to...
And the
fact, shred him.
The fact he's got so many Rift dice as well, it's nice just to have a deep bank of Rift dice, because the more Rift dice you have as an army overall, the more likely it is that the more dice that you're going to be re-rolling at the end of the turn to then go back in the bag. The more dice you roll at the end of the turn, the more likely you're going to get that surging dice that you really want to then give to that key unit. You could use this guy to power your big nasty units. Do you know what I mean? To make sure you do have that surging overload on your big anti-tank gun or whatever, because he's got more than enough dice, and it's really, as Dan says, you can use his ability whenever. just to get rid of just to burn the dice.
Yeah.
And it's not once per turn either.
No, just whenever you
so
want.
You can literally do it 3 times in the first turn if you're getting absolutely shot to shit.
Yeah. Also, actually, because he's surging, if you used to use his ability, your surging would go down to active. If you had 3 surging dice on him, you could do this 6 times in one turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've also got what we discussed previously about putting Rift Mastery on an officer.
Yeah.
And then just giving this guy even more dice.
Oh shit! Yeah, you can do that. Oh my!
Absolutely.
So if you took this guy, and then you took a normal platoon commander, brought the platoon commander Rift Mastery, and then you also gave that platoon commander the 3 point of Rift Mastery, you could then give those 2 Rift Mastery dice over to this guy, so he's walking around with 5 Rift dice.
Yeah.
Walalo! Ironically, the only way you'd kill those zombies is if you lock them in combat, because that's the only time they can't come back, which is exactly the place the zombies want to be. So good luck with that. Good luck. Also, if you try and kill this guy, he's got that point of luck, so you have to take 2 goes to kill him.
Yeah. He's just going to be awful.
He very much reminds me of old school Epidemius, when it's just... whatever unit he's in, you may as well just ignore it and try and focus on everything else first.
Yeah, but if this guy dies,
linked into him.
Yeah, if this guy dies, the army it won't fall apart, but like it will lose a key buff.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It's a chicken and egg thing. You want to kill him to make all the zombies fall apart, but you want to kill all the zombies because it's not worth going after him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in terms of points cost, he's about comparable to just another zombie unit. So if you've got a zombie army, drop 1 unit, take this guy. Done. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what would kill him though. Him and his unit is one of them black hole machines. That would do it in a single turn. Just because you're rolling that many dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's and this is what I was talking about earlier. Like if you're building a zombie army, you bring in this guy.
Yeah, he's a must.
There's no way you bring... If you're bringing 1 or 2 zombie units, just, to fuck about objectives, that's fine. If you're bringing more than 2 zombie units, you need this guy. And you need that platoon.
Yeah.
Here's what it is.
Every day of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, the Totenrot Platoon Commander. La-di-da.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
Hans, I think his name is.
Okay, not Jurgen.
No.
Okay. That's the medic.
No, so he's just a regular sort of command guy, but he comes with the same advanced body armor that the shock troopers have. So it's not quite full power armor, but it's basically it's what the body armor in bolt action for like the Soviet engineers does, which is you get a -1 to attacks without pen or at close quarters or HE. So if you're coming into soft guns, he'll tank them. If you hit him with anything harder, then they don't get the modifier. And he's a basic veteran. So basically, he's always going to be killed on 6s with small arms. Unless you hit him with an anti-tank gun, then he's fucked.
Yeah.
Like the rest of German officers, he can take Guts or Rift Mastery, and then he can upgrade all of his weapons with, stuff like assault rifles and stuff like that. You can also bring 2 buddies, like a normal officer. They come with the advanced body armor as well. I guess the difference between this and a normal officer is actually the advanced body armor. Well, actually, I guess the points of the difference change. It looks like a good deal. Let's just say it that way. It looks like a good deal. And I guess the main reason you take this guy is he doesn't do anything in a normal army any different to a normal officer. But if you take him in the platoon, obviously he then hands out ignoring limited intelligence. That's the gravy.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
One thing though, you need to track if you're playing against somebody with zombies that are both in the Totenrot platoon selector and those not in the
Oh my god.
Selector.
Or if you're taking 2 Totenrot platoons and you need to remember which squads and which officers are from which platoons because they don't interact with each other.
Oh no. If you've got 2 Totenrot platoons, they're fine because it just says within 6 inches of a Totenrot platoon commander.
No, if you keep reading, it says from the same platoon.
Oh, from the same platoon, yeah. Further in.
Yeah. So like, you then have to be, that's from the red platoon and that's from the blue platoon. And if you do that at a tournament, I hate you. Don't be that person.
Yeah.
Just don't. take one platoon, and fuck off. It's five units of zombies. It's more than enough. Stop being greedy.
Yeah.
You don't need any more.
But knowing the points values, how many points is that game going to be if you've got 2 totem rot platoons in it?
I reckon. Yeah. I think.
Like I said before, if you do it as a skimmed down version, you could do it.
Yeah, if you maxed it, you'd only fit 1 in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so totem rot medic, zombie medic. What's the zombie medic do?
Yeah, they heal zombies.
Yeah, it does. Whenever a friendly zombie unit within 6 inches suffers damage from range attack, roll a d6 on the 6. The damage is ignored. And he also comes with the same advanced body armor that the platoon commander guys. I think you don't take this guy for the medic save, because medic saves are always shit. You just take this guy because it's just another dude to spread the limited intelligence bubble.
Yeah, it's another 6 inch bubble.
That's the only reason you want him for. You're not going to sit and go, I hope he saves 2 zombies' lives. Zombies, mate. You're going to have more zombies than your opponent's got guns anyway, because you're going to be bringing them back anyway. Who cares if he saves one life? Doesn't matter.
Your zombies will come back quicker on their special rule, then they will be saved by this guy.
Does K47 have the rule where medics can't fight in combat and can't capture objectives? Or is that a bot I should only thing? So. I didn't think so either.
I don't think so, because it's a Geneva Convention rule, isn't it? And I don't think that's in K47.
Yeah.
This medic's got a pistol, which usually...
Yeah, but all medics had a pistol anyway, because they would give themselves to fighter when they fought in bolt action to defend themselves. But I don't think that's a thing in K47.
Oh. No, I don't believe it.
I think all the rules have gone out the window once the rift started.
My main thought is that's another thing he can do. He can catch an objective.
Yeah.
But you can also you can replace his pistol with an assault rifle.
Yeah.
Nah, that's additional soldiers only. Yeah, no, not this guy. Sorry. But yeah, he's a nice cheap boy. Is what I'll say. A cheap boy.
It's just a shame that he's got no way of getting any rift, so that he can try and and give it out like the rest of them do.
Yeah.
The platoon commander is brilliant for that, for taking the rift and getting it out to other people.
Yeah, you've already got so many options for that. This army is going to be swimming in rift dice, absolutely swimming in it. When your HQ unit alone has got 3 as a minimum,
3 to 5, depending on if you cheese it.
Depending on how much you want to cheese it. What's guts? We don't need guts here. We just have nothing but rift mastery.
Essentially. We don't need guts because we've just got that many units of rift dice.
Yeah. Right. Shall we go on to the big boy, the Nakzera, the Walker, the zombie Walker we're all waiting for?
Or do we want to save that one till last and do the other Walker first?
Oh, the flamethrower version.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the flamethrower version then. Okay.
Yes, then we can end on a high.
Okay, so the flamethrower one, chance I can't see this one getting a lot of use. Not because I don't think it's particularly good, but I don't think it does anything that the Vogel Spinner doesn't already do. Because if you wanted the flamethrower Walker,
it does something different than the Vogel Spinner does, which is die easier because it's a flamethrower vehicle.
Well, the Vogel Spinners, you can also give it a flamethrower option. But that one has Recce. So anyway, the Inferno Spinner, so the flamethrower version of the new Zombie Walker, it comes with 4 legs, a forward-facing MMG, and then it's got 2 arms. You're not allowed to use close quarter attacks with them. Yeah. And each arm has got a vehicle flamethrower on it. Advanced 12, run 2 foot, usual Walker, and it's damage 8+. So in K47 terms, it's a very squishy boy, and in terms of it's very similar to the Vogel Spinner. Very similar. The only difference is this thing's got 4 legs rather than 6, and this thing doesn't have Recce.
It's also bigger, so it's easier to see.
It's also cheaper, but I'll say no more than that. Because I don't want to go into specifics.
How many melter bombs cheaper would it be?
Shut the fuck up. It will be.
You can't do that. You can't do that in this game because you need to do it by assault rifles. How many assault rifles cheaper?
It's a plethora of melter bombs cheaper. There we go, a plethora. So its special rules.
That's more than one.
Okay, there we go. It's got the Inferno Flare. The vehicle flamethrower may be fired by either arm, i.e. the left arm can fire into the left arc and the right arm can fire into the right arc. If fired into the forward arc by either arm, this weapon hits, you may re-roll the result of D6+1 to see how many hits you get. That's pretty cool.
I like that rule.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Also, you can only ever fire it into one arc.
Yes.
That's because people go, oh, he's got a flamethrower on each arm. And it's like, well, no, it's because it's working. Like
exactly. It's when you go into something in front, you get to go. And
it's very much like the old bolt action vehicles when they had multi-flamethrowers, like one for every arc.
Yeah. I do wish it was a reroll to hit, though. Because the problem with vehicle flamethrowers is actually, I guess it's different in K-47, but it's always like if you move and you're not within 6 inches, you're always hitting them on 5s, which just always seems like just so like it's so wishy-washy. I mean, if you get the hit, awesome, it's nice to reroll a number of hits, but let's be fair, most of the time we're going for the pins and the morale check, right? Like we're not the hits aren't either here nor there, but you know. And then we got the fun rule. We ready for the fun rule? This shit is amazing. So, volatile load. If the Inferno Spinner is knocked out by an enemy shooting attack originating in its rear arc, sweet fat ass. Any infantry unit, friend or foe, within 6 inches of the Inferno Spinner immediately goes down. If they have not yet been issued an order, retrieve an order dice from the dice bag and it suffers D6 hits at +1 pen with no cover saves allowed. Roll for each affected unit separately. If any vehicles are affected, the hits apply to their top armor. Any characters killed as a result will not trigger a morale check. So basically, if this guy dies in the right spot, it's going to make a massive, colossal explosion and force half your army down.
Yeah, if you get like a weird deployment map and you have to bunch everything up on the first turn, but you've left just enough space for an American player to drop in behind you, that's going to be a bad turn.
Also, but if it's not worth going after one of these on its own though, because if you drop in your Fireflies behind it, go daka, blow it up, kill your Fireflies, this is cheaper than your squad of Fireflies was.
Question. If you drop behind one of these things with a squad of Fireflies, blew it up in the rear, it then exploded and forced the Fireflies to go down, can they then use their jump away ability?
No.
Are they forced down?
They're not an advance or run.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but you'd just stay 7 inches away, wouldn't you?
Well, no, because then you don't get your point blank. Then you don't get your +1 pen at point blank.
But aren't you riff weapons?
No, they're advanced small arm.
Yeah, so you get +1 short. Okay. What I would do with this is I would immediately advance it straight into the opponent and then turn around. And then be like, go on, shoot me. Hope to die at the right point.
You overrun with it.
Can you
overrun with it, and then you just point its booty at
I can't think of anything more annoying than if I had this unit next to a unit of like werewolves that are about to charge, and then you kill this thing and it forces my own werewolves down, and then they can't charge because it's just their activation for the turn. That's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it because it's just pure chaos, isn't it? It's just going to be chaos when it explodes.
It reminds me of when you used to have a rhino and you would tank shock into an enemy when you got like 1 wound left and you just think, right, blow it up and I'll roll a 6.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah. It's the fact that it's guaranteed though. It's if it dies in the rear, it is exploding and everything within 6 is going down. Like, it's not even like on roll a 4+ and it explodes. Like, no, it will explode.
If you're quite good at getting it where you need to at an important time, it'd be a really good one in an objective mission. If you could get it in towards an enemy. Oh, do you know what you could do? Here's a question. What you could do is you could chuck it into the middle of an enemy and then hit it with your own blast template while it's still facing away from you.
You can't ever hit your own. You can't hit yourself with a blast template, can you?
Oh, wait, can you not?
Or can you not? I don't think you can.
Your artillery observer could do it.
Yeah, but then you're relying on the 6. Yeah. No, to be fair, I think the best thing you can do.
On the top, they're not in the rear.
I think the best thing you do is you get it and you just first turn you run 2 foot into the middle of your opponent's army, and then they either kill it, and if they kill it, your half their units are going down, and then they're taking hits and stuff. So that's going to fuck them over. And if they don't kill it, well, you now have a vehicle flamethrower right in the middle of their army that's just going to do whatever the hell it wants. Seems like a pretty good deal to me. And again, this thing is quite cheap for what it does.
This actually,
quite
now
cheap.
we've talked about this a bit more, it actually doesn't feel as bad as I thought it was earlier.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I like stuff like this because it's a pure chaos engine. All it will do, this is the Conflict 47 version of the Inferno Flaming Pig from Rome Total War. In that you fire it at the opponent's elephants, and then it goes, and then runs around, and everyone panics because it all then becomes chaos, and then you take advantage of the chaos. That's what I want this thing to do. When I first read it, I thought it was a bit shit, but now I'm talking through it, actually. There's some shenanigans to be had here.
Yeah. I think if you get some good situations out of it, most of the time it's not going to do a lot. I think a lot of people will shoot it, get rid of it in the front arc, and not have to worry about it. But I think there's a lot of opportunity to do a lot of shenanigans with it, and that's where it could be quite cool.
It's got the potential, and it's one of those things where if the opponent's not used to it, they might get caught with their pants down. But once it's happened to them once, it's like being charged by cavalry in bolt action. It only ever happens once, because once you've then had it done to you, you're like, fuck me, man, I ain't shooting that thing in the rear.
Yeah.
Not again.
But so going back to the shooting in the rear thing, actually, we were saying about it's into the rear arc. It actually doesn't say you have to shoot it in the rear arc. Just the shot has to originate in its rear arc. So if you are going indirect, if you're behind it and go indirect, yes, you're landing on the top, but the shot originated in the rear arc.
Yeah, but you can't shoot your own unit.
No, I'm not saying about if you're shooting your own. I'm saying if I'm chucking a mortar at yours.
No, because you would. I guess so. It's
because it says that the shooting attack originates in the rear arc, not it hits in the rear arc.
But isn't because it's don't you basically measure it from the middle of the template for things like blast and stuff?
The shots originated from. So it's not.
I don't know.
It's a wording thing. If it said if the attack hits the rear arc, then it has to hit it in the rear arc. Anything on the top armor doesn't matter.
Warlord. I see what you mean. I think the whole
originated from there. Yeah.
I think you just don't need the word originating. If you just said knocked out by an enemy shooting attack in its rear arc. Done. Yeah. I think adding originating has only just added. It's just made people like Spurlie rules lawyer it.
It's just what I do at work, you know.
Wow. Yeah. So that one.
I like it though. It's fun.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Should we do the one everyone's waiting for now then? The Naxara.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's what same chassis, so same movement, same damage value, 8+. It's a little bit more expensive by a Plethora's worth of melter bombs than the Inferno Spinner. You have to work out how much a Plethora is. It's got 4 legs and 2 arms. And let's just go through it.
It's got a plethora of legs.
It's got Shut up. It has a plethora of limbs. So the special rules this thing's got. Friendly Totem Core, when they're within 12 inches of this walker, whenever they bring zombies back, they add 1 to the dice roll. That's massive.
Yeah, so if you roll 6, you get 7.
Yeah.
Obviously you can get 7 in.
Yeah, but also bearing in mind, if you build this with the platoon, how many regenning rolls you're going to be rolling.
Yeah.
That's a shitload of extra zombies.
Yeah.
Because, if you just do it 5 times in a turn, that's 5 extra zombies. I do think they might have wanted to word it to say, if your zombie unit is within range of 1 or more units of Naxara, you get 1 zombie back. Because technically, the way it's worded, it could mean that if you have 1 zombie unit within range of 2 zombie walkers, 2 Naxara, you'd get D6 plus 2. I don't think that's intended. However, it doesn't not say that.
Yeah, but you still can't go above your starting unit anyway.
No, but if you've got 1 zombie left and then you're going D6 plus 4 because you've got 4 walkers nearby, it's a bit stupid.
And this would also apply to the bodyguards for the hero, because it doesn't say a friendly Totem Core unit, it's just Totem Core, which are the individual models. So when the hero's squad, if he rolls the Dead Rise again, and if he's within 6, then they get it.
Because he doesn't. The hero doesn't have the Dead Rise Again rule. He's got the Eternal Dead rule. Same thing, but different rule. So it doesn't work on the hero, but it's only the main zombie unit it works on.
Bloody.
Sorry.
Pointless taking this thing now.
Yeah.
Absolutely ruined it.
Who's rules lawyering who now? Wanker!
Yeah. Well, it would have been super strong on the character because he can go above his starting unit strength.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you can D6+4 it.
Yeah. So, he's also got his own medical. This walker's got their own medical implements rule. So in close combat, the Naxxra's arms only have +2 pen, not +4. So he's basically got 4 strength 2 attacks rather than 2 strength 2 attacks for the 2 legs and then 2 strength 4 attacks for the arms. It's just 4 strength 2 attacks. However, whenever the Naxxra defeats an enemy infantry model of a maximum damage value of 6+, so again, anything that's not a style trooper, basically, that does not have the computational special rules, again, isn't a robot, in close quarters with its attacks from its arms or legs, roll a d6 on a 4+, generate a new Totem Core model. It immediately joins the nearest Totem Core unit within 12 inches. Note that this can bring a Totem Core unit above its starting models. If no such unit exists, or the new model can't be placed in coherency with the closest unit, the new model is lost. So basically, this thing just wants to be
range is
thing just wants to be walking forward and back over the bad guys. Because for every guy it kills with a leg, bearing in mind it's got 4 attacks, on a 4+, you get a free zombie out of it.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
50%. Yeah. 50% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah.
So.
And if your opponent is stupid enough to charge this thing in close combat, you get to just keep whacking them, hitting them automatically, and for every one you kill, hey look, 4+ free zombie. That's
do the walkover attacks count as close quarters attacks?
I think so, yes, because that's a vehicle's close quarters assault.
Right.
I don't have my rulebook on me. I believe it is.
Yeah.
I believe
the overrun, isn't it?
If it's not, there's no way in this God Green Earth that you would ever charge this thing. Ever.
No.
It just wouldn't be worth it. Unless you were a werewolf, because then you can't generate zombies. It's then got the same explosion rule that the Inferno Spinner's got. Yeah, because it's got the same fella booty. So again, this thing wants to be walking forward and back, in and amongst the bad guys, generating zombies left, right, and centre. And then the moment you kill it, hopefully you killed it in a rear because it's then going to explode. The only downside I see with this is that the range that this thing needs to be within zombies to make them scoring is 6 inches, and the range at which this would explode and hit stuff is 6 inches, which means you want to keep it quite bubbled to make sure that you're giving all the buffs out. But then if someone catches you with your pants down, they could force a lot of your zombies to go down.
Yeah. I don't think you use this for the removal of those 2 special rules for the non-scoring thing. I think you only use this exactly 7 inches away from whatever it needs to be bringing back, and then you just, like you say, walk over and fight stuff around. Because you just want to add stuff within 12, but never force anything down within 6. And you just rely on your medic and your officer to do that. Yeah. Because this is going to outpace the rest of your army by 3 times anyway.
Remember, all the zombies can forward deploy anyway. Right? So this it's not like it's not so much that this will outpace them as much as this will join them in the middle of the table on turn 1 or turn 2.
Well, turn 1, you just run it up behind them.
Well, yeah.
If you can.
So, this thing also has a rift dice with its own rift ability called Corpse Harvest. You think, mate, we're not fucking done yet. This is already a good vehicle. We're going to get nuts. So, if an infantry unit of a maximum damage value of 6+ without being a robot dies, friend or foe, so again, if a friendly zombie unit dies, that would also count for this.
It's a unit, not a model anymore. This is a unit.
If a unit dies within 6 inches of this walker, it may use this enhancement, exhaust the Naxxra's Rift die, deploy a new unit of Totem Core to the battlefield comprising of D6 models as if they were disembarking the Naxxra, except that they are deployed with their Rift die set to exhausted. This enhancement may only be used once per game turn. But if you use that every single turn, and stuff dies every single turn, you're getting yourself back 5 free units of zombies if it lives to the end of the game. Easy.
So what you need to do then is if you have these, which if you brought this platoon you'll have 2 of these, you also need to bring along 2 buckets of zombies.
It reminds me of my old fantasy zombie army where you would bring 2 blocks of 40 and then an extra 100 because you could raise that many.
Luke's Cold army.
This army, I hope you're not playing kill points, mate, because this is going to fucking burn through your kill points. Everything died! Yay!
Yeah, zombies are not like Japanese suicide infantry.
Yeah,
you're also going to need to buy a shitload of order dice, and you're going to need to buy a shitload of rift dice. So, good luck. Good luck. But this, for all of this thing does, which we said is a plethora of points above the Inferno Spinner, which again is quite reasonable for what it does, I think if you're taking zombies in any form, you either take 1 or 2 units of zombies, just as objective denial, or you go flat out, and you take the platoon, bring 3 or 4 of these fuckers, 5 if you're feeling...
You take 5. You take 5.
Yeah.
I think you go 5 of these, the special character, the platoon commander, a medic, and then the rest of your point.
My only thing with that is, I think you might struggle to actually kill stuff. You'll be frustrating and you'll sit around forever. But then if you come up against, 12 bears, zombies aren't winning that fight.
Yeah, but what you won't do is you won't lose, either. I don't think you'll lose against this army.
You will lose kill points.
You won't win. You won't win. You won't lose.
So, zombies have +1 pen in combat, don't they?
Only when they're surging.
Oh, okay.
And if they're surging, then they're not... Obviously, they only stay surging if you're not regenerating them back, so...
Yeah. But then you're going to expend so many rift dice, you're going to be rolling 10 a turn anyway.
It'll be good to be able to get yourself that surging dice exactly where you need it, because you'll be rolling 10 rift dice a turn.
Because you can just go, start of the turn, roll all my dice, you're going to get at least 1 or 2 surging.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the one that's next to the wolves.
Yeah.
Charge in. Or I'm going to put it on the one that's next to the walker that I need to try and kill this turn. Charge in, because you can kill it dead easy then.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts overall then, boys?
I don't think I'd beat it.
No?
I actually don't. No, my US, Firefly and Paragon list, I don't think I could.
I don't think they'd ever actually... I don't think they'd actually catch you. Because you're faster than them and they're slow. So you just stay away from them.
So as long as you stay 8 inches away, you're right.
Yeah, but I just don't think I could... I can't kill enough of them.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's enough of them to win me the game. Because if they've already deployed on the objectives, I can't get onto them. So, it'll come down to dice coming out of the bag for infiltrators, and I hope I get my paragons out first so that you have to start 12 inches away from me. But then that just means you're starting closer to your walkers so that they lose all of their negative rules.
I think you could... This is one of those armies where we spoke about this a lot in Bolt Action, where you kind of want to, with the Americans and stuff, they're really good at moving into a position, choosing one part of the force and just going, right, that's all dead. Yeah. Because the problem is if you leave anything alive, you're fucked. So if you leave one model from each unit alive after turn 1, then by the end of turn 2, it's all going to be back. Whereas if you can pick off a unit at a time, then I think you could probably about manage it.
And if you have units stuff like werewolves or bears, or even Mark II robots, you want to lock these guys in combat, because they can't then regen them back from combat. Also means they can't leave combat. They're literally just stuck there forever. So that means they can't shoot you either. I mean, they might be willing to shoot you because obviously kill some zombies, who cares? But you take away their one advantage, which is to come back. Because especially if they're not surging and they don't have pluses in close combat, they're not. They won't be able to actually hurt the big stuff by the count of 7s, obviously. I think it really sucks if you're Japanese because you don't have any 7+ units. So good luck.
I don't lie. I don't have 7+ in the US.
Either. Yeah, but at least you can get away quicker. I guess Japanese have got ghost troops and stuff.
Yeah, but at least if I don't roll what I want to, I don't just wipe the squad out as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing with the Japanese. You fail that order test,
I tell you what could do it. You know the Japanese assault frames? So they've got 3 attacks each at +1 damage in combat. They're only 26 points each with an SMG. Bring 30 of the fuckers. Just go banzai! Just go beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, like, for the Soviets, obviously the Bears will be God mode against them, but also just the basic guards, because they've got those +1 pen 4 shot weapons.
Yeah,
you could just literally keep walking back as far as the zombies can walk.
I'm just thinking with my Axis, the Style Trooper, and just throw their guns away, get the fists out. Right, we're doing it. Yeah. Also, like my shining cannons on the Wotan and stuff. It's just going to go right. Where's the fucking walker? Bang! Fuck off.
Yeah.
Also, my Hoyshrek that can deep strike is definitely going to deep strike behind a Nakzara and blow it up in the rear when I want it to. Hopefully, right at the start, and just force half your army down at the start of a turn.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I think it's going to be really tricky, really interesting. It'll definitely. I think when it first comes out, when it first gets big, there might be a couple of oh shit, sad time moments when people get caught out and stuff. Hopefully it won't be too excessive and things will adapt. You know.
Yeah, I think there is one change Warlord could do to this platoon to make it completely fair and balanced, and everyone would have a good time no matter what you brought in this platoon. And that's if they change the wording of the bringing back zombies with Rift Ice thing to during your activation. So if you're lucky enough
to
have one left, and you've got one left and you've got a Rift Ice there, then do it fine. But at the minute when it currently says at any point, that's a bit too strong for me. I think that's a bit mental.
Yeah.
So I think if they made that one change, I think it would balance this list out completely, because you could focus fire and pick it apart. Whereas at the minute, you could focus fire something, be one left after an activation, they say, fuck it, I'm going, have my Rift Dice back. Oh no, you got to do it all over again.
Yeah. I tell you what though, kudos out there to the guys who are going to buy 3 or 4 of the Warlord plastic kit boxes and then literally glue and paint every last one of them. Like, that's a lot of fucking work. So we got sent a review copy, or we got sent a sprue of zombies last week that I've built and painted. Spurlie, you've already put pictures on them on the socials, haven't you?
Yeah, they're up on the
socials.
There we go.
So here we go. Woo! So the sprues of, like, you know how Warlord said in the marketing that, like, oh, it's all a highly flexible kit and you can just chuck them all together and do what you want. I mean, you can, but no. There's certain arms that go with certain zombies. So, like, again, I'm really sorry, listener, but, like, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Like, here's a zombie in power armor. I can assure you, he's got a power armor arm there. Like, they go in certain ways, and like this guy, you can see clearly the arms don't match the torso straight away because I didn't have instructions. I just kind of winged it. So there's guys to make. There's bits in there to make German zombies, American zombies, Soviet zombies, etc.
Are there Japanese zombies?
Probably. I mean, the uniform looks very similar to German zombies. Just what colour you paint them in, isn't it? And to those who have the power to sit there and go, right, I'm going to get all the American ones here and paint them in the right uniform, and like the right ones for the Soviet stuff. I did none of that. I just painted them all in grey and red to match my moon army, because I ain't no got time for that. But I can imagine if you was building a whole zombie army, you'd build them all and then you'd go, right, these 20 ones are the American zombies, these 20 ones are the Soviet armies, and you'd paint them like that way. I'd say I only painted one sprue, which had 15 zombies on it. In terms of sprue density, amazing.
Yeah, really? It had that many on it? On
15 zombies on one sprue, yeah. So when you buy the box, the kit of like 30 zombies for like 30 quid, or it's like 40 quid, isn't it, for 30 zombies?
I'm going to have a look.
Yeah, it's just 2 sprues. There's also not many spares. I think you get a couple of spare arms and a few spare heads. But like, you know, I guess the biggest comparison will be the Wargames Atlantic ones, where you come with 70 heads because Wargames Atlantic are crazy. It's not that It's not that diverse in all your options, but the models themselves are nicer. There's more detail in them, they're more crisp, and they're more suited to what we're doing, which is World War II. Also, like, the zombies, you can clearly tell, like, that's a Star Trooper zombie, and that's a Firefly zombie. So, if you're playing Conflict 47, I would definitely recommend these guys. I would just say, when you're sitting down to glue them together, just make sure you actually follow the numbers on the instructions. Don't just do what I did and just clip all the bits off and go, fuck it, let's go see what happens. Because that's how you get confused. Luckily, they've got a few of the arms have just got like stumps on them, so if you're missing a bit, that guy's lost an arm. That was a nice lifesaver. Thanks, Warlord.
So you get 30 in the box.
Yeah, so you get 2 sprues. 2 sprues of 15.
2 sprues. For 37 quid.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, that's what, 5 units?
Yeah, if you're saying the minimum, it's more.
5 units, yeah.
Well, it'd be 3 units.
That's not a bucket full, is it?
Take maximum,
yeah. It's not your bucket full.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you buy 2 boxes, then you're pretty much sorted, aren't you?
Is 60 enough, though? Well.
Yeah, if you come up against a Horde army or something.
If to max out the totem rot platoon, you bring 5 units, 5 squads of zombies. That's 48 zombies straight away. Then you need the commander with his, the doctor with his 5 zombie buddies. So you're up to 47 zombies, and then you want to have some spare. Maybe 60 would be enough.
Well, here's one of the things. Yeah. If you're playing against somebody who's playing MSU, and you kill a 2-man sniper team, you could get 6 zombies out of that 2-man sniper team.
Amazing. Yeah.
Because the new unit comprises of D6.
Yeah.
So that's where you really get your return on investment.
Have you not seen The Mummy when the guy goes and then all the sand and shit comes and then suddenly there's like loads of bone soldiers? That's exactly what happens.
No.
Imhotep.
Add it to the list.
Imhotep. Okay, fine. So now we've got the real question. Warlord have also sent us the new Walker. Thank you, Warlord, for me to review. I've already bagged it, claimed it, not built it yet. Do I build the zombie one, or do I build? Oh, okay. all the flamethrower one.
No, you build the zombie one.
Yeah, but I've got my 15 zombies. I don't really intend to go and buy another 45 of them.
The thing is
like, you didn't intend to get those first 15.
I know, mistakes were made.
You sounded like Owen.
Most people do the same thing for game systems, don't they? Where they'll have like their one faction that they go, this is going to be my faction and I'll buy everything for it. And then I'll have a couple of other things where I go, well, I'll collect Germans or I'll collect Axis for K-47, but I'll dabble in a little bit of Japanese, so I'll make a 2,000 point army and I'll make a 2,000 point of British or whatever. But then they go all out on the Germans and they'll buy everything because that'll be me for the
Soviet stuff. Yeah,
the Soviet bloc and probably Spurlie for the American stuff, and that's just what you do, and then you dabble in a little bit self. So when all the new Soviet stuff comes out, I'll buy all of it.
I'm buying everything of everything eventually.
Oh, okay. Don't let Gemma hear you say that, will you?
It's alright, she's got headphones on.
Yeah, but I think if you build it as the zombie one and you like it, then you've got the option to do the full platoon, haven't you? Because that's the thing, is you want to do the zombie platoon because it's cool and it's fun. As long as you're not.
So I'm just looking on the website now. The Totem Rot Starter Army. It's £110. It includes the platoon commander with some bodyguards. It includes 45 more plastic zombies. So then I'd be up to 60, which we've just decided is the correct number. It would then have 2 Nakzar in it, which would add to the one that I've got from War. So that would be 3. Oh no.
That's about right, isn't it?
Oh no. And then how much for the special character as well?
He's another 20 quid, isn't he?
15.
That's an accident.
Sold.
That's an accident. These things happen all the time. You know, people fall down the stairs all the time. We can make it look like an accident. It's fine. Oh no, cat! I walked into Warlord because I was giving me a free zombie, and then I fell over and I landed in the resin.
What you want to do is
expensive to me. That's what you say now.
When the new Siberian Terror Troops comes out that Spurlie still owes me, give him the money. Send him up there to go and get my Siberian troops and just say, oh, Spurlie got it while he was there. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
How do I owe you Siberian? What?
Because I printed your bases, motherfucker.
I sent you cash for that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You fucking didn't, you liar.
Mum, Dad, I love you both. Please stop arguing. Stop fighting.
This is your fault, sir.
Yeah, if it wasn't for you, Toph, we wouldn't be getting into Conflict 47.
Whoa, no, this is not my fault. This is your fault. Don't come at me with your attitude. Gah. Yeah, it's interesting. There we go. It's interesting. I don't like the prospect of potentially painting 45 more of these zombies, but needs must.
I was going to say that wasn't a solid no.
No, it's not a no. But I think I also want to. I've been looking at starting a Japanese army, and I know the book after this one there will be Japanese stuff coming out. So I'm thinking
Japanese have zombies.
Well, yeah, but I'm not painting 2 sets of zombies because the bases weren't matched. I'm not having moon Japanese. So no.
I not.
No. When I do my Japanese, I'm going to lean into the samurai because samurai are cool. So the back flags and the cherry blossom and all that shit. Yeah. Okay. Shall we move on then?
Yeah.
So that was all the Axis stuff. Now it's time for the US, who have got the Firefly platoon. I thought the existing assault platoon was the Firefly platoon because that and Paragons is the only thing I see US players take.
Yeah. Because that's all we've got.
Well, I was about to say, so straight off the bat, this platoon does not allow any Paragons in it. So how are you going to be able to cheese your guts? Like, US players, this is not going to work for you. Because you can't just cheese guts.
I will just take another assault platoon that has a platoon commander. I'll take an inexperienced platoon commander who also gets guts because that's the American special rule, and then take 2 squads of Paragons.
Fuck off, Spurlie. Just fuck off.
I tell you what, there could be even more guts about. Even more.
Wow, the Firefly platoon. What can you take? So mandatory units is you can take a Firefly platoon commander or Roberta Wells. Ooh, or one of them anyway.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. Yeah. You then have to bring 2 Firefly squads standards, and you have to bring 1 linebacker.
Oh, that is basically
what you're going to take anyway. Exactly. Exactly the starter box.
That is the core of my list every single time.
The other optional units is you can bring a Firefly Artillery Observer, a Firefly Medic, up to 2 Firefly Squads, up to 2 Firefly Flamethrower teams. Don't worry, guys. We'll get there. You can then bring up to 3 Jackals. They're the fisty rock and sock and robots. You can bring 3 Mud Skippers, and then you can bring up to 2 more linebackers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this one platoon can bring 9 walkers.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know how much the Jackals and the Mud Skippers are.
They're about 115 each, I think. Mud Skippers like 250, 300, I believe.
I know the linebacker's like 300, so you're not taking.
Wait, I'm gonna Google it now.
338.
Is it?
Your Mud Skippers 290.
Pennies, mate. Pennies. Small change.
No, your Jackal's what you load up on. It's 105.
105.
105. It has jump. 135 if you give it a flamethrower on the left arm.
Which you always, which you would do, because then you jump in behind something, flamethrower it, and then walk around the rest of the game punching shit.
So you take 3 Jackals, your linebacker, maybe take a second linebacker. That's what the Mud Skipper got. See, the Mud Skipper's got arm-mounted HMGs, 2 forward-facing light autocannons. Oh, that is 290.
No, the Mud Skipper doesn't do anything the linebacker doesn't do anyway.
Yeah. Well, it saves you 38 points.
As the final option, if you didn't take Roberta Wells as your mandatory commander, you can also add her. Just in case, just because you needed to make sure to take her. So,
she's in the lore that much. I'm surprised you can't take 2 Roberta Wells in this army.
Well, I've got 3 different Roberta Wells models.
She's on every page of the fucking American book.
Yeah.
So,
3 different models. There's one without a jump pack, one with a jump pack standing, and one with a jump pack flying. So
She's like Erebus in the Horus Heresy lore. She's just every fucking where.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And everyone hates her. She's fucking Erebus,
Yeah.
man.
She is the Primaris Lieutenant of Conflict 47.
You just know if there's a conflict. If she was a Conflict 47 film, she'd be played by Katherine Heigl. 100%.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Right. So the rules you get for this Firefly platoon: once per game turn, you may re-roll the result of a regroup in hell for one of the units in platoon. So that's the one where you activate the ability and you get to do the 2d6 jump. It's fine. Once per turn, get to re-roll it just in case you roll the double one.
Yeah, if you've really got to get out of dodge.
You generally normally roll high enough to get where you want to go.
Or at least get far enough away.
Yeah, at least get yourself into cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, at the start of the game, before deployment, you may nominate a unit from this platoon. When the chosen unit deploys from reserve using either the flight or jump special rules, enemy units that have yet to receive an order within 12 inches may not react by opening fire. Furthermore, if the chosen unit has the regroup in Hell Rift enhancement, it may use it to move again after deploying from reserve using the flight rule.
So, that actually clarifies a rules clarification.
I was going to say,
going around at the moment.
So yeah, so there was the argument of whether you're allowed to regroup after deploying, like coming in from reserve. Yeah. We always thought you could anyway. We'd heard a bit of murmuring that Warlord had been saying you can't, and now this very much clarifies you can't because this enhancement lets you do it. And you wouldn't have an enhancement saying you can do it if you could always do it.
If you could.
So yeah.
With all it says in the actual special rule is you can do it when executing an advance or run order, which is what you use an advance or a run order to deploy onto the board. So therefore you'd go.
Well, I was always on team you could do it, but meh. Who knows? What do you think about being able to pick a unit that you can't reaction fire in? That, I think, if you pick the right unit, which, let's be honest, it's always the linebacker, probably. Yeah. Or it's either the linebacker or a full 12-man unit of Fireflies. One of the two.
With flamethrowers, yeah.
Yeah. Because being able to put 12... Obviously, you can still react to it with ambush. So, I mean, it does face... It's an interesting question, right? Because you never... Whenever US players are coming from reserve, it's always... the urge is to just immediately chuck a unit in and just appear behind someone and go, ha-ha! But, like, you don't want to do that before they've activated, because what always happens, here's my linebacker. Yeah, well, here's all of my anti-tank guns. Bam, you're dead.
Yeah.
For you to be able to go, first dice of that turn, I'm here now and your favourite unit's dead. That could be really, really strong. Could be strong. I think you have to pick which unit. I think it's the... Selecting which unit is.
You've got to know what you want to do specifically, and you've then got to hold off bringing them in at any other point other than to do the one job that you've decided it's going to do.
Yeah.
I think it's super strong because it's versatile. I think if you have, let's say, a couple of linebackers and a couple of jackals, you could, and you tool them up differently to do a different role for each one of them, then each game, no matter what you're facing, one of them will have a job where you think, right, you need to come in, you need to not die, and you need to just smash something. And it's really good for making sure that one thing happens which could swing a game.
Yeah. Well, I think the jumping rule for deploying is pretty strong as it is. Because you can just... And what I usually do, being a lower dice count, is you just wait the turn out until your opponent's gone with almost everything.
The problem is that they just... And then if your opponent's canny, they just put everything in ambush.
Yeah. But then that could lose some stuff on the other side of the game.
Yeah, I guess.
So, it's not...
If they put loads of stuff in ambush... If they put loads of stuff in ambush, though, waiting for that one unit to come down, you just go down...
Yeah.
And then they've wasted, all their dice doing that.
I think the other question that this platoon raises for me is, of course, you can only leave 50% of your units in reserve. So what are you deploying? What's hoofing it versus what's going to come down? See, I'm really and I guess this is to Dan's point. It's flexibility, right? If your opponent's got a shitload of anti-tank guns, the walkers drop him. Because you don't want them to just gun your walkers down left, right, and centre. Yeah, whereas if they've got no anti-tank guns, you deploy those walkers and just do whatever the hell you want. And then
your fireflies drop in wherever they need to.
Like if you was playing against the zombies, you'd leave all the infantry in reserve, and then let the walkers do what the hell they want because they can't touch a walker. It's one of those ones where this will probably, if a noob picks this up, they'll be like, I don't know what the fuss is about. But a good player could be really nasty with this if they're good at putting their units down and deploying stuff properly and looking after themselves.
Yeah. And also, with the flamethrower teams, it means that you've got flamethrowers now, because everybody knows that you can't put enough flamethrowers in a Firefly squad.
That's a big point, because Fireflies can take flamethrowers, linebackers can take flamethrowers, Jackals can take flamethrowers, and now they have a flamethrower team. I think also, these are all flamethrowers that can deploy 1 inch away from an opponent.
Oh, they're always hitting you on threes, mate.
This is...
Worry about that.
That is... Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, what you
I played a nice friendly 1,500 point game with Steve the other week, and he had 7 flamethrowers. That deep struck within 2 inches of you. It was a little bit insane. Just saying.
Just a little.
If anyone says, oh, the US are so shit because they don't get Star Troopers, shut the fuck up, you're doing absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just need more flamethrowers.
Don't even need more flamethrowers. I was like that for the first 2 games, and then I went, oh, let's use this jump special rule and just, drop it 1 inch away from it. And then you go, oh.
But you can use flamethrowers and the jump rule.
Oh, yeah,
That's the exciting bit.
I think I've still got a sprue of some unbuilt Fireflies. And then I've got the other sprues still that have got the bits on. So I just need to make a load of flamethrowers now for my Fireflies.
Go away.
But then you might not see the Paragons anymore, Toph. Think about the positives,
Okay.
That Bruin and that Kodiak aren't going twice a turn.
Shall we? Well, that would be one nice thing, actually, to be fair. Shall we talk about what these new US units do?
Let's do it.
Let's start with Roberta Wells, who I can tell you is the exact same points as the new Axis Flam Spinner. There you go.
Yeah.
Which we've established is a plethora below the new Walker, which we've also told is a plethora around a similar amount to a normal Vogel Spinner. There we go.
Yeah.
We've winged it. That's your points. Work it out. Do your maths. See?
Yeah.
Well, you must be, why do I need to learn algebra? Because one day, my son, in 20 years' time, Toph's going to try and explain the points value of units through the power of melter bombs, and you're going to have to work out what he's on about.
You've just given people an escape room. Well, interesting. She's a small plethora more than the German hero.
Is she?
A demi-plethora.
A demi-plethora.
Yeah.
How much is the German one? Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a very, very demi-plethora. That's not a lot in it at all, is there?
There's not a lot. And then when we're going to go through what she can do...
We'll have to have a contest. Who's better? Who's better? Yeah. Right, so...
Well, you've also got to compare... Because is this Roberta Wells going to replace the Roberta Wells that's already in the PDF? Or are we going to have 2 Roberta Wells entries?
I reckon you'll have 2, one with the Firefly jump pack and one without. That's my theory.
Yeah, in which case, I might say I'd be taking the old one every day of the week still.
Okay. Well, for a start, this one does have a restriction, may be used as a platoon commander, Firefly platoon only. So
yeah, the old one can't be used as a platoon commander at all.
Okay.
Well, because she can't even be in this Firefly platoon.
She's a Firefly, so she's got the whole advanced 12 run 18 while using her jetpack. She comes with a point of guts, a point of riff mastery, and 2 points of luck. That's exciting. I think luck's pretty rare in the US.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know riff mastery is something you don't normally have access to, is it not?
It's riff mastery is the one.
Okay, so that's exciting. You get a point of riff mastery.
Yeah.
She's got a special rule. Resourceful. She basically ignores pins. She always takes an order test. She's required to make any unmodified morale value. It's exciting.
Yep.
She's got free Rift dice because she's got Rift Mastery, she's got her backpack, and she's got a heavy Tesla rifle as her weapon. So, lots of Rift dice. And again, as we discussed when we were talking about access, it's good just to have lots of Rift dice, because the more Rift dice you have, the more likelihood, the more dice you're rolling at the end of the turn, the more likely you're going to get that surging dice and give it exactly where you want it. Hey, look, let's make those Paragons surging. Ignore pins. Woo! That kind of thing.
See, I think she should have one more Rift dice if you compare her to the PDF version.
Do you reckon?
It's already out there.
Okay.
Well, in this one, she's got 3. One, say, for a jump pack, one for a Tesla rifle, and one for Rift Mastery. Whereas on the PDF, she's got 2, one base, and one for Rift Mastery.
Okay.
So the new one actually loses out on that, like, a built-in Rift die. Or the one on the PDF was wrong, and she should only have had one. Well, no, because it's for her active Rift enhancement. So
well, so
she's not actually got one built in the new unit.
So she's actually got 3 Rift abilities. So that she's got the Regroup in Hell. So she's got the same one as Fireflies normally have. You know, the 2d6 jump after shooting or close combat. So she's got Rift Science. At any time whilst executing an order, Roberta Wells may change the facing of an active Rift die of a friendly unit within 12 inches and within her line of sight to surging, or an exhausted Rift dice of a friendly unit within 12 inches and within her line of sight to active. If the Rift Science enhancement is used, exhaust one of her Rift dice, she's completed her order. So basically, she can sacrifice one of her Rift dice to upgrade another user's Rift die. That can be really useful when you need it clutch.
And that's new.
Okay.
That's new for her.
Okay. And then this other one, Rift Research. At any time whilst executing an order, Roberta Wells may change the facing of an enemy unit's Rift dice to any side. The chosen unit must be within 12 inches of Roberta Wells and within her line of sight. If she uses this enhancement, exhaust one of her Rift dice as she has completed her order. So the existing one has this, doesn't she?
Yes, but the existing one doesn't need line of sight.
Okay. Okay, I wonder if they're going to update that.
You just have to be within 12 inches of her.
I mean, that is huge. We all know how painful surging bears are.
Yeah.
And surging werewolves. And she can just drop down next to them and go, ha-ha, you're now exhausted. Meanwhile, every gun in your army then turns on that unit and absolutely fucks it.
This one change to the line of sight is probably why I'd take the old one.
But this one you can deep strike in.
I can deep strike in, but I've got to be able to see it. And if I can see the unit can see me. Whereas with the old one, I can hide her out of line of sight, and I just need that 12-inch range.
But if you use the Firefly platoon, you could nominate her as the person who can't be react fired on.
Yeah.
So you could guarantee that you can drop her in, she can't be react fired, you point at the enemy unit and say, you're now exhausted, and then
jump out.
Jump her.
Yeah.
Well, jump her. Only because I know a surgeon...
It's a lot of special rules to put into one single activation.
Yeah, but you've seen how a surging unit of bears or werewolves can dominate a game.
Yeah.
Like one unit of surging bears can, if you don't deal with them, will lose you the game. And this is an answer to that.
But with the old one, I don't need to put her in that position where I've got to use everything. Because I can just keep her out of line of sight. She's got field craft, so she's running through rough ground anyway.
I guess.
I just need to get her close. Whereas with the new one, I've got to get her close so she can see you, and then get her out of there. And you blow a lot of your load in one go there potentially.
I guess as Dan says, it's the flexibility, right? You come up again and you go, right, what's my opponent's army got? Okay, for this game, I need to do this. I will deal with that in this way. I can just see you'd very rarely use any of her Rift dice to use the Tesla rifle. Like, what are you wasting Rift dice on that for? Right. No, you need to use your ability.
The Tesla rifle is purely there to give you a Rift dice. It's what I'm doing with my British.
I know what it's for. You just never actually fire it with the Rift weapon.
The Galahad platoon commander, if you give him a Tesla rifle, it makes him cheaper and gives him a Rift dice. So it's like, well,
why is it cheaper? Oh, because he comes with an LMG.
Yeah, so it's a point reduction to get the Tesla rifle.
Oh my god, Warlord, sort that out. That's so stupid.
It's like, yeah, of course I'm going to take him as having a Tesla rifle.
Okay, so
here's a question though. Where it says exhausted penalty, she loses the flight special rule. Is that one or all dice have to be exhausted?
All dice would have to be exhausted for that.
Okay. I was going to say, because that would be fucking shite if you use one rift dice and all of a sudden you can't go anywhere.
She would have to be truly fucked up to not be able to fly. Yeah.
Do all your shenanigans and then you lose your flight.
Well, that's the thing. You could move up, use your ability, fly away, use your once per turn reroll for whatever. If you're using a 5-fly platoon, you burnt 2 rift dice, one to fly away and one to drop someone's enhancement. You could spend the entire game doing that.
Yeah.
Because all you need to do is make sure she's got 1 surging dice, and hey, that's you can do that activation. You can do that jump
double.
Jump, reduce dice, jump back again. I think that's really strong because the one without the jump pack can't. I know she doesn't need line of sight, but she also can't regroup in hell and isn't as fast. Am I right in thinking?
Yeah, so she's just 6 and 12 inch.
Okay, I'm going to be contrarian, Spurlie, and I say this one would be better, even if you need line of sight, because it's more flexibility of where you can get her.
She is a lot more expensive than the other one as well.
Is she a lot more?
Yeah.
How much? How many plethoras of melter bombs more is she?
Well, I don't know about a plethora. She's a barrel load.
Okay. Are we talking double figures? Extra? I don't know.
How much is the original one? The original
68 points.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
The original's a lot better then.
Okay.
The original is a lot better.
68 points.
I think
that's why it's an auto include, because even if she gets killed quickly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, for 68 points, that's just obviously you include it for every single list, because even in the 1 game out of 5 at a tournament that you need her, well, that might save you the loss when you've got the bears rampaging you. Do you know what I mean? So that's mandatory. I do think this still has. I think it's a harder choice. I think as well.
When you take the firefight,
I think it works really well.
Yeah.
When you take this platoon, yes. Mainly because you can't play the other one. But, she does have, and it all ties into theme as well, doesn't it?
Oh, theme.
Yeah. All I was saying she's actually harder to kill than a normal Firefly because she's got power armor. So she's a 6+, whereas every other Firefly is a 5+.
Yeah, but then you walk up to her and get that +1 with an anti-tank gun into her.
yeah, she'd suffer from point blank.
Exactly.
All I'll say is I think this one is correctly pointed and the other one is extremely.
The other one is horrendously undercosted.
And I guess maybe they've noticed that, and maybe when they update the PDF, that will be adjusted.
Yeah.
What I think they might do is they might make this the default and just say in this platoon she gets the jump pack. In other platoons, she does not.
I feel like the jump pack should be worth the jump pack should only be worth about 10, 20 points.
Yeah.
Not as much as it is.
There's only one model of her now without a jump pack. So there's one without, 2 with.
So they might just make this the standard then, entirety. Yeah.
The problem is that if you take Roberta Wells, you're going to get all of the shade thrown your way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take her, and I'm going to change the models for when she's jumping, I'll use the model that's mid-flight. When she's running around with a jump pack on, I'll use the one where she's on the floor. And when she's almost dead, when she's exhausted, I will use her with the one that doesn't have the jump pack on to represent that she can't fly anymore.
I'd get so pissed off with you if Gabe, you would change the model on table every 3 fucking minutes.
I will only ever do it against one person, and that's going to be you, Dad.
Do you remember years ago when we was at a board action tournament with Smurf, and Smurf had painted casualties?
Yeah.
For all of his Americans. And so every time a model would die, he would take the model off and put a casualty down. And by turn 4, you can see where his squads have been because they're just freaking there's the hedgerow. Blah, there's the girls going. And most opponents were like, oh, that's really cool, that's fine. There's one guy going, can you not please? I find it very confusing. It's like, wow, you must be fun at parties.
What's confusing about it? That one
because
is
he couldn't tell the difference between models that were standing up alive and shooting at you versus models that were on the floor bleeding out.
Well, what was Smurf playing? Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red ones are not shooting at you because they're dead. Oh.
And obviously because, like, Smurf, he's quite a prolific painter, there was lots of blood and guts.
Fantastic.
Mate, his casualties look better than my whole army. Dickhead.
I do hate him sometimes. I really.
Have you seen the latest shit he's doing with his? So he's doing his Axis, and he's done them all with like Ghost Rider. Yeah. With like flaming heads and stuff, and then he's painting his walkers. He's painted like the American flag around like the fist, and then done all the stars and stripes and shit. He can just fuck off.
Yeah,
just fuck off.
I hope he listens to this and gets the message.
He doesn't. He doesn't listen to this. He ain't got time. He's busy winning golden demons and shit. Dickhead. Like, does he not know that this is a... Look, I feel accepted by the K47 community because I'm not a bad K47 painter. He comes along and makes me look like shit. So
you went to your first, you won an only tournament, and you won the best painted. So
I've got 100% best painted rating currently for K47. Yeah. when we do Hellmarch, I'm going to give it to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the best painter. It's your prerogative.
It's my event, mate. Yeah. So then I'm going to have
if you play.
My goal is to have a plethora of painting awards. Cool. Right. So, Firefly Artillery Observer. So, this guy's...
Well, they've got the Air Force Observer as well.
So, Artillery and Air Force.
You can kind of group them together because everything's the same.
Minus what they call in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come with the Magic Thompsons. The +1 Tommy guns, exciting. They've also got a rule where they can re-roll the D6 on the artillery barrage chart. Amazing. Yeah.
Well, that's the American special rule.
Is it?
I think it is. What is it in bolt action? It's something like that.
I don't know what it is in bolt action. And they can and the Air Observer can re-roll on the airstrike chart as well. I will say though, I've tried to take my Artillery Observer in my Axis around 4 times now.
Yeah.
And over the course of 4 games, I think he's handed out 2 pins.
Yeah. Well, I think these guys are probably actually. You wouldn't take it. It is quite expensive for what I'm going to say to do with it, but don't take it for the actual bombardment because he can't do any of that on his movements. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to jump in, move to wherever you want to do, drop your bombardment, and then regroup and hell out of there.
You can regroup after firing your barrage.
No, you can't.
No, read it.
Yeah,
but you can't drop in, call your barrage, and then go.
Yeah. But this is one of those things though where they've called it the same thing and then added an extra sentence. So I've read.
That's not.
And I assumed it's exactly the same. And then you say, or after calling in an artillery barrage.
I think you'd want to infiltrate it, sit there and infiltrate, fire it, and then the moment you fired it, then bounce away.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points for it, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points.
I'm not sure the observers are worth it in K47 just because there's a lot of stuff that's immune to morale
especially
doesn't care.
Especially for these ones, the amount of points they are, you're in the same ballpark as like your 8+2 fist walkers, like your jackals and your coyotes. They will do so much more damage than this will ever do. No. Fluffy option. Nice and cool, but
you've got the option to take extra soldiers in the squads and stuff, but if you're getting into the realms of I want a 3-man squad with Thompsons, we'll just take a Firefly squad.
Yeah.
Or an officer, it'll get you more.
You take the officer. Yeah. You take the officer because then it's cheaper.
Yeah. You can buy it luck, you can get it luck.
Every US platoon commander starts with 1 guts.
Yeah.
So
I don't.
Bit of a
I don't see the point to these really.
Your Firefly officer is he's well, I can't really say because then it says, and but he's cheaper than the forward observer.
He's a better deal. A better deal, yeah.
But you just take another officer, take another assault platoon, fill it out, blah blah blah. And it gives you another 3-man squad.
If you did want a 3-man squad as well, you could just bring the Firefly medic, who also now comes. The Firefly medic has his own Tommy gun as well. So
this really is leaning into the medics can just go around and
because you could get a Firefly medic and two buddies with the Thompson SMG would be like 2/3 the points of one artillery observer Firefly guy. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Not that I would still ever recommend taking medics, because it's only a 6 you get to save someone. You can regroup in hell, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't know why you'd really.
I'm strongly of the opinion that medics should be free. I really just a medic model. Everyone gets an army. I just think
model. 6+ is just so crap. I think if it was 5+, I think they'd be wicked.
I think it should be veterancy. Inex medics 6s, regular 5s, veterans 4s.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Because then you can still shoot them off the board if they're a veteran medic. You get rid of them early doors. But I just think they should be free if nothing else.
You're spot on with taking the medic for a 3-man squad. Because I'm just looking in the rules. There's no Geneva Convention stuff in there.
It's 3-man squad. Yeah,
3-man squad, and it'd be cheaper, and you'd be able to fit it in to a platoon already, rather than having another platoon to get that.
I think especially if you was to bring the Firefly platoon and your army was built around the Firefly platoon. If you've got 50, 60, 70 points left at the end of the list, and you're like, what do I put in here? Then I think it's a good answer, because you're not necessarily going to be able to afford an entire new unit, especially if you don't have especially if you can't take an anti-tank rifle without taking a brand new platoon, in which case don't bother with that, just take this instead. Then it makes sense. Otherwise, I'm just a bit wet on medics overall, to be honest. Meh, sorry.
Yeah.
There's going to be someone on the internet now who's like, medics are the best thing ever! Oh my god, how do you not get it? No, they're not. Stop it.
You go with the medic squad, but not for the purpose of mending anything. If you do save someone, it's a happy bonus, but it's not.
I want someone to model 2 medic assistants with Firefly jump packs flying in the air with a stretcher in between them, and then the guy hanging on for dear life. Like some sort of weird fucked up World War II cherub. That'd be amazing.
Right, who's really good at CADing stuff up for us?
Grimes is really good at CAD.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
He's got his time on his hands at the minute, isn't he? Is he on leave still?
Yeah, no, the thing is he... I think he wants to build a zombie army as well. Because he's been really into the idea. He was asking me, even before this book came out, can you make full zombie armies? And I was like, you can, but they can't really capture objectives. And this has literally fixed every problem that was with the zombie list. The only thing holding him back is the fact that he's just had a fucking baby. But at some point, that baby is going to grow up. And then time will become available to paint zombies. So
there'll be that point
soon.
That happens when he'll realise, I don't need to do that much. And he can just get on with whatever he wants to do, rather than, the kids will just look after themselves.
Well, mate, that you still haven't reached that time yet. So.
No, the kid's fine. The kid looks after himself. It's the missus I've got to worry about.
Careful.
Like I said, she's got headphones on. She can't hear it.
So, the Firefly flamethrower team. So,
a plethora and a dash more than a normal flamethrower.
For saying it's a veteran flamethrower, dude, this is not as this is really cheap for what you're getting for the points difference.
Yes.
It's actually almost, dare I say it, mandatory. Why would you ever take a normal flamethrower over this guy?
Yeah, I would say, in my opinion, it should have 2 rift dice, not 1.
Because it's got 2 abilities, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, 1 for the jump pack and 1 for the weapon.
Well, even without any of that, if you just said, here's my flamethrower team. It's 65 points for a veteran flamethrower team. Fine, normal box action K47, that's fine. How many points would you pay to give him, rather than advanced 6 and 12, advanced 12 and 18? How many points would that alone be?
And the ability to fuck off.
Oh, yeah, but don't even bother that bit. This guy is so cheap. Can you take this guy out in normal platoons? I'm assuming so. There's no limit on it, like there is with Roberta Wells.
Yeah, it doesn't say that it can only be used in that one platoon selector.
But let's have a...
You know what? I think flamethrower teams can only be taken in the engineer platoon, can't they? Or am I making that up? I could be making it up. I do things like that sometimes.
Engineer platoon. Yeah.
So only engineer platoons or the Firefly platoon. Yeah. Okay, that limits it somewhat. You just take this platoon. You never take the engineer platoon. You just take this one because you're taking Fireflies anyway.
I forgot there was an engineer platoon in this game. To be fair.
It's very much like with this one, the mandatory is obviously one commander, 2 Fireflies, and 1 linebacker. But that should just include 2 flamethrowers as well. You know, like in bolt action, your list should always include a flamethrower and a jeep.
Yeah.
And then everything else.
100%.
It should just add the 2 of these to the mandatory.
Basically, when your opponent says we're going to have a 1,500 point game, just as a US player, only ever build 1,000 points off your list, because the other 500 is the mandatory Firefly platoon with that, because that is what it is. You don't get to make a decision on these sort of things. So
how many can I take? Oh, 2 flamethrower teams.
Yeah.
2 Firefly squad.
Yeah.
A linebacker and Roberta Wells.
Right, the listeners are literally they're shouting at the audio right now, going, "Tell us the fucking rule." Sorry, mate. He's a veteran with a flamethrower. He's got 2 rift abilities. The first one is the regroup in hell, which we know about. The second one, controlled burn. When a hit is scored with the flamethrower, the Firefly flamethrower team may use this enhancement. If it does so, it may re-roll the d6, see how many hits are scored against target unit. If it does, the firing unit suffers D3 pin markers instead of the usual 1. Additionally, no test is required to determine if the flamethrower runs out of fuel. It is considered to have automatically passed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, not running out of fuel.
Absolutely amazing.
God mode.
Yeah, you're going to give yourself a pin anyway. Who cares if you give yourself 2 or 3? You're a veteran anyway. You only ever get a -1 for shooting anyway, no matter how many pins you get. But what's worse than the pin is running out of fuel. And this is just there. Now don't worry about it. Don't even give a shit about the D6 re-rolling how many hits you get. It's the not running out of fuel.
Okay, I've seen here now actually why it's only got 1 rift dice. To stop you jumping in,
burning, and then running away.
And then regrouping out.
Yeah, but the moment is just give him a surging dice. You can do it twice anyway.
Well, that's what Roberta Wells is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Roberta just runs over, bang, done, away you go.
The hilarious thing as well is you can give this flamethrower team Panzerfaust.
Yeah.
Oh, so even if you do run out of ammo, you still got shit to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
They are just basically, they're just a 2-man killing machine.
They're so cheap. They're so cheap for what they do.
Well, when you add your plethora of points on,
there's
for the ATRDs.
It's so frustrating because I've not played a single US army yet that hasn't had at least 1 linebacker and at least 10 Fireflies in it. So every US army I play is going to have this platoon in it, and now it's going to have 2 of these fucking flamethrower teams in there because there's no reason not to. And the option is to build it in the plastic kit, so you can have millions of them.
Yeah, I've never took the flamethrowers, and now I'm going to build loads of them.
Thanks, mate. Fucking Steve's already taken 7 of them, and this is before this platoon exists. He's now going to take 9. Fucker.
Steve's going to have so many.
How am I supposed to win by spamming werewolves when he's going to be flamethrowering them all the time?
Yeah, but you're not going to take tests.
Say your werewolves are armor 9.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he's only wounded on 6s when they're surging, so. It's when they're not surging, it's killing them on 5s, that'll be the difficult bit.
Yeah, but you still get your 5 up save.
Yeah, but then even if they're in cover, they don't get the 2 up save. So,
no, but you get your 5 up hard to kill.
Yeah, but I'm not Dan. I don't pass hard to kill saves. Dan passes hard to kill saves. I can't pass them.
Excuse me, you pass all of them against me usually.
Yes, because I cheat against you.
Well, yeah.
You don't normally cheat.
Cheating. Yeah. But when you're fearless, though, there's no point in you flamethrower to kill them rather than to make them take.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's a complete flip on the norm. Normally, you drop your flamethrower in because actually you don't care if you kill everyone.
May I say,
because you just want
the Fire 5 flamethrower team is cheaper than just 2 individual werewolves. So the cost ratio of flamethrower to werewolf is not in my favour. Yeah. for a squad of six werewolves, you could bring 3 of these flamethrower teams.
So if I took Roberta Wells, the hero, but as the platoon commander, that gives her snap 2, yeah?
No.
No.
I don't think so, because it doesn't make her a platoon commander.
But she may be used as a platoon commander. So, therefore she is a platoon commander.
Where does it say she may be used as a platoon commander?
In the unit type.
In the actual unit type. Hero may be used as a platoon commander.
Like, Commissar Drugov for the Soviets, he counts as a...
Yeah, but I hate this wording because the Firefighter platoon is one mandatory unit. You either take a platoon commander or Roberta Wells. So then when it's saying in the unit type hero may be used as a platoon commander, what does that mean? Does that mean you're using it in place of a unit platoon commander? Or does that mean it's actually... Yeah, as you say, got all the morale rules as a officer where you give your morale bonus out. I don't like that.
I know which way I'm leaning.
Well, yeah, because you want to fucking break the game with just 20 flamethrowers, you whacker.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking, like, we were saying, like, you use Roberta Wells to get the turn the surgeon dice, but you also tie that into a snap 2, because it's at any time. It's
the same as the Axis Doctor, because he's also got maybe used as platoon commander. The difference, though, is that you don't take pins, because you're all zombies.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the walkers take pins, fine. But, like, everyone else is fearless, so...
I mean, I wouldn't be that much up in arms if someone said I've got Roberta Wells and she's a +2 for the test. So, you know, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be the snapping's the more frustrating bit.
Yeah, but she's only doing 2. It's not like she's
that's true.
It'd be worse if you could take the platoon commander and her, and she counts as a platoon commander.
Yeah. I guess it's only if you make her your commander,
Yeah.
Thing is, what I think you do is you bring 2 Firefly platoon selectors, 1 platoon commander, 1 Roberta Wells, 4 Firefly squads, 2 linebackers, 4 flamethrower teams. Then do what you want, that's the rest of your list. Just round out the rest of your list, you're sorted then. There you go. Because then you get to pick 2 units that can drop in without being shot, and then 2 of your units, as long as you remember which ones are from which platoon, get to re-roll the regroup in hell. Sorted, mate. Sorted.
Yeah, they might need to change the wording on this, because, if you take 2 Firefly platoons, and you do 2 of them that drop in and can't be overwatched, that may need very specific wording.
It's the same problem as we said about the Totem Rock platoon, where it's like if you're within 6 inches of a commander within the same platoon, you lose it limited intelligence, but then it's which platoon's which. And again, if you're not making them really obvious on your models, like you either having different base rim colours or doing like they do in Blood Bowl with like the rubber bands to say that's in that team, that's in that team. If you just go, that unit there is platoon 1 and that unit there is platoon 2, you are the worst kind of person. And you deserve many rabies.
Well, we still don't know for sure whether these special rules that you get replace your army special rules.
No, they don't. No, they're in addition to.
But where does it say that?
Well, because it's just a platoon. You don't, nothing...
but this isn't a final draft, is it? So it's possible that they come back and say... You choose the American rules.
I guess.
Yeah, you can have the American rules, or you can have these ones.
In which case, nothing indicates currently that they replace it. All it says currently is if you take this platoon, units in that platoon get these special rules.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, that's how the bolt action ones work.
Yeah.
You get your army special rules, and then there's a lot of platoons that say you can have these on top, and then a few of them will you swap out your army special rules for these ones, and that's what it is.
I could also, you'd get to do your regroup in hell reroll twice a turn.
Yeah.
If you took 2 Firefly platoons. Could you for one for each platoon? That's broken as hell.
There's a lot of... It could get confusing. There we go. It could get confusing.
I think more confusing for the Firefly platoon than for
the zombies. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the zombies is just looking at bubbles, really.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing, right? That's something that we as tournament organisers could say. We could say, hey, look, you can take as many platoons as you want, but you're only allowed one special platoon.
Yeah.
As a bad thing to kind of say, hey, look, just to stop the confusion of saying that's from that platoon, if nothing else.
Well, you'd still need to do that potentially, because if somebody's bringing Totem Core outside of that platoon.
Oh my god!
Somebody will. That's the thing. As stupid as it sounds.
No, you're right. You're right.
The same with bringing Fireflies outside of the Firefly platoon.
Yeah.
Somebody will.
Yeah. Oh, that's really annoying. Oh well, it's not final draft yet. We'll have to see what they actually end up publishing.
It saves the overlapping platoons. It doesn't say.
The
entire problem.
Interesting. Well, I can't wait for them to be published, because I'm assuming when they're published, they'll also be obviously they'll update the PDS. What else might they update? Ooh.
Or do you think we'll get a FAQ update?
I'd hope so. It'd be a good opportunity to chuck on an extra 10 points per werewolf, or modify what Surging does on a werewolf. I feel like those are two balances that are probably needed.
Based on everything else Warlord do, this should all drop, I'm hoping, Hellmarch weekend.
Hey, well, at least that's something to talk about.
Yeah. So...
Or maybe on the 20th. Maybe they will drop as we drop this episode, because obviously the embargo will be lifted.
Yeah,
maybe well, I don't know. Okay, well, we'll just watch the skies.
On the pre-orders, it says like end of March. So
yeah, but Warlord have always been wishy-washy. There's already been some orders. Pre-orders have already started dispatching, haven't they? From what I've seen from Facebook.
I think it's actually.
Or is that just influencers?
Receiving the Soviet stuff.
Oh right.
Some people have.
Okay.
So,
in which case, future listener, if you've already got it, enjoy, and if you've not already got it, well, fuck you, you're like the rest of us. So there you go. Yeah, enjoy.
100%.
Hey, what's it though? I was just going to say one last thing though.
Yeah.
If you want a brilliant platoon to destroy the Tuttenrotter platoon, the Firefly one's pretty fucking good at it.
Because one thing we saw the other day as well, or Spurlie caught this, is that in K47, if you've got an assault weapon with a plus penetration value, you get that in combat as well.
Yeah.
So the Fireflies, Thompson gives them +1 pen in combat.
So they can actually fly. They would be killing zombies on fires in close combat. Ooh, I'm not necessarily saying you want to go and fight zombies in close combat with your Fireflies.
One do that. I don't know if it counts as a rift weapon.
It's just advanced small arms, isn't it?
No, it's a rift one.
Let's have a look. Let me find it again. Let me find it again. So you're looking at page 89. If any models in either unit carry assault weapons, their penetration bonus is apply in close quarters.
Yeah, I don't think it's an assault weapon. I think it's just got mode.
It's the
it does though, because it's Assault 4.
Which one's that?
Is it the DPM Pulmet Puybi?
Poyakudrev,
yeah.
It's got a 6-inch shot that's assault, and then a 4-shot one at 18 inches, something like that.
Which weapon, sorry?
The DPKM or whatever it's
called.
The
DPM Pulamet.
DPM Pulamet.
That has got the assault mode has no pen.
Okay.
And it's just a
while I was trying to scroll through the rules to see that, I just saw that, the Soviet Siberian troops, Moroz's Gull.
Yeah.
Frozen meat, Moroz's Gull are immune to damage and pinning effects from flamethrowers. Yay! Firefly counter!
Spurlie, you owe me them faster than you need to. Go and buy them tomorrow. And I checked my PayPal, you haven't paid me for them yet. Go.
Oh, no. Shame.
Mum, Dad, stop again. I'm going to talk about this to our therapist.
I'll take 4 boxes, thank you.
Yeah, the Germans get a +1 pen in combat as well, assault weapons.
Yeah, they've got the fancy
the
Luger Schmeiser thingy, yeah.
Yeah.
It actually makes Nachtelbahn really good. Better than I thought they were. So let me get the Nachtelbahn up. Oh my god, I'm trying to search and there's too many uses of the word nact in the PDF. Right. So Nachtelbahn squad, they've got they can take the Schwarzschild MP40 Schmeiser. It's the +1 pen SMG. They've also got if they're surging, they can get Deadly 2 as well. So you can get 3 attacks each at +1.
Really good.
And if they're fast as well when they're not exhausted. Plus they've got the rule where after they've done their order, they can then exhaust their rift dice, then go into ambush afterwards. So you can do a charge, kill something, and then go in ambush afterwards.
Good.
Shit, I need to try some of these guys out. I've never tried this unit. Look wicked.
Well, that's the best thing about the Soviet bloc army list at the minute is there's like 4 units.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to try it all.
Well, they're also
obviously when they bring out the new stuff, it'll go a bit mental.
They're also fanatic, fast, with fieldcraft, and they infiltrate.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't have enough rules. Do you know what I mean? Just
well done, you have native irregulars.
Where's mutated native irregulars, but native irregulars not.
Yeah.
Native irregulars with autocannons, that's what you got.
The meme when you got the 2 people passing each other in the car and they're both looking at each other.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them's the Nachtelbahn and the other one's the Japanese. They're just like, what are you doing as you're walking past? What are you doing, Joe? There we go. Still, exciting. Good news. I'm looking forward to new K-47 stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. Right. How long have we been at this for? Quite a while, haven't we?
Hours.
Yeah, something like that. Shall we do some hobby blobby?
Yeah.
I don't have a good transition tune, I'm afraid.
I thought that was
there we go. Just do wow. That's okay. There we go. Have a bit of Tim Curry.
Space.
There we go. A bit of Tim Curry. Space. Right. Do you have the list, Spurlie, of what we painted last episode?
Of what we pledged?
Yeah. I know that Spurlie's not done his.
Yeah, but my pledge became impossible to do. So.
I can't remember mine, so it's entirely possible I failed.
So mine was to build all of my Star Wars terrain, which I've not been able to finish because out of all the 3D printed parts, one of them was wrong. So
okay. So why couldn't you do the ones that you did have?
I did build everything else.
Okay.
But the only thing I've not built is the one that has the wrong part.
Can you send me a picture of that by close of play today, please, Mr. Spurlie?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a technical pass, but a spiritual fail.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And now I've got to wait for the weather to improve.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Luke can print me the other bit.
Yeah. I mean, he was rebuilding his printer today, so...
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
Mine's like a 12-hour print, so
it's
like,
that big?
Not consistent enough.
Oh, God.
So you, Toph, was either paint up a load more scenery for WTC. I know you failed that because it's not left my garage.
I was going to say, that's not my fault. I will have, because how many times have I tried to organise it with you, and at every point you've been like, no, because I've got to go and like make some daisy chains in the garden this weekend. I'm not allowed out.
That's it.
So that's not me. Just saying.
Yeah. Your other one was you needed to build your birthday present.
I built a birthday present. I built multiple birthday presents. I've not built the birthday club's birthday present yet. So, what I have built, this is not going to make good
zombies.
To that, I've built 10 Sisters of Avalon. I've built the Ossiarch Bone Reaper Mortison Elite Spearhead. That's the one with the 2 flappy things and the 6 big.
Oh, you bought the spearhead for it to go.
Yeah, I got the spearhead as well. Well, I've got it even though I'm not. It's a good value box that Games Workshop's taking off the shelves, so I was like, buy it while I still can.
Yeah.
So then I've built them as well. They're just sitting there. I don't know when I'm going to paint them. It'll be whenever we start playing Sigmar again, probably next year when the new edition comes out. Whatever I built them.
Yeah.
And I've also built 15. I've built and painted 15 zombies. So I've not done my birthday club bit. I'm sorry, but I feel like I've done enough to justify myself.
Yeah.
So it's a technical failure, but it's the opposite of you. Technical failure, but I followed the spirit of the rule.
Yeah, but when I've done, I think I've done loads of other stuff.
I think that we should follow rules as intended here, not rules as written, because ultimately we're here to have fun, guys, and we need to follow the spirit of the rule rather than what's actually, because we all know what the designers really wanted, right?
You can let him read out my pledge, and then we'll make a judgment call on that.
We've also we only had 2 weeks as well, rather than normal 4.
Yeah.
So I've managed to build and paint 15 zombies, and then build 150 quid worth of Games Workshop kits in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Just laying it out.
And you wonder why your boss keeps asking you why your workload's gone down.
I wish it was going down, Jesus Christ.
Hey, if your output's not as much as it used to be, it's like, not for you, but you just see the plastic that's coming out, yeah.
Well, you know. Oh, I also slapped a few base coats on this Wyvern here for my Orcs and Goblins. So, I've been doing shit here and there. Come on, Dan, what have you done or not done?
Toph Spurlie, what was this? What did I pledge?
Wasn't it Skaven? I don't know. Was it Skaven?
What did you not do? Well, I've done a second Warp Lightning Cannon.
Mate, they're OP as shit. Sorry,
they're really cool.
Drop that bomb.
Yeah, they're really good. In Renegade, they're really
good. In Renegade,
good.
Yeah.
And then what I've done is I've started my 16 Soviet block guard armoured blokes and the
ladies and gentlemen who are listening,
3-man metal command.
What he's done when he said he started them is he sprayed them red.
And dry brushed 2 layers of red.
So he's painted more red.
That's 3 colour minimum.
No, it's not. No,
it is. 3 types of red is still 3 different types.
Mate, it's painted enough for you to come to Hellmarch. That's all I'm happy about.
Yeah. I was just doing it as a test on these guard ones to see if the scheme I want to do is viable enough. And it's just going to be mostly red with the deep sea green power fist and chest plates just to add a bit of colour in there. So, but yeah, it was coming along. I've just been doing a little bit every day on them, but I did do the Skaven thing that I did pledge. So. So I had a technical and spiritual win.
Oh, so you're just going to lord it over both of us?
Yeah.
That's even assuming that is the right thing, because he's not what he pledged.
Dan can claim that, but he's literally sprayed something red and dry brushed it, and then from what I understand, he spent the last 2 weeks. Well, the only thing he's painted is the map in Hearts of Iron. That's all he's done.
Oh no, he's also watched quite a bit of XCOM. He's watching other people play XCOM.
Yeah. Actually, I just finished my latest campaign in XCOM today. I was finishing it before we started recording.
Don't be throwing shade at me for not doing work when Dan's in this conversation.
I have no comment. You're asking right now.
Right, what we're doing for next month. I'll tell you what I'm doing for next month. I'm going to tell you what you're doing for next month. Yes, sir. You're going to. No, he's going to paint. He's going to paint a British Commonwealth army.
Oh, are you recouping your voucher?
He's paying the voucher. Okay.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if I find when you deliver those models to me, it's got the army painting voucher. Fuck. You might need to post that on the socials so people know exactly what I'm having to do. I was really lazy for Spurlie's birthday, so I gave him a certificate saying I'll paint an army for you, under the hopes that he would never actually redeem it.
Hey, at least I'm not giving you that troll army that he's painting.
That's true. I've got my own trolls that I need to paint. I don't want to even paint them, let alone painting yours. I'll paint a robot army. As I say, get it all built.
I'll write down the colour scheme, actually.
Okay.
You've already got it. So you use the green spray paint that we use for the tent.
Yeah.
And then you use green dry brush that we use for the tent.
Fair. Yeah.
Because actually, it would work.
Yeah. It would do the job. Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. It'll be done in about 20 minutes, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say, it won't take you long. Well, it'll be about... You say 20 minutes, 35, because you've got to let the spray dry before you dry brush it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, an army like with all the robots is the base colours take 20 minutes because you spray it green and then dry brush it, and then you spend like an hour per model doing all your weathering and like your fancy heads and the basing, which takes all the time. But the actual model itself takes nothing. Yeah. Nothing at all.
The little blue eyes and the red bulbs and
all that shit, yeah.
And the base. The base,
yeah. Look. Trust me, man. I'll sort it.
Yeah.
Just have faith.
Yeah. Or you can pledge something else, to do it.
Well,
this may well be coming your way.
My thought was since Warlord have kindly donated us a Naxxera Walker for review, that I would build and paint that.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah, and then it can go with my zombies.
Yeah.
And then I'll play it in a game and I'll be like, and I'll go and buy more.
Yeah. Yeah, you will.
Listen, I had such a good idea of my K-47 army. I have a single storage box with foam, and I'd built it perfectly, and I'd got my K-47 army, that the case was perfectly full. I was like, this will be my K-47 army, and I won't add any more to it because it won't fit in the case. And now...
Yeah, Warlord have done you dirty.
Fucking hell, Warlord. Fuck me up, man. Yeah. This wouldn't be a problem if Pete was still hobbying currently, because I just did give them all to him. But no.
No, you couldn't though, because he'd have a Japanese army.
Yeah, but he's also got his Germans. We could bait him in.
Right. As a bit of a look ahead, we've got some Italian sprues coming as well for.
That's Shotgun Not It. I did all the German review stuff. Someone else can do all the Italian
who's got
stuff.
an Italian army out of the four of us?
Tony. Well, he's fucked off. No, he's not one of us. Wait, yeah, he's one of us. He's not a podcaster. Nah, none of us do. None of us do.
What, apart from Dan's Italian army that he...
Oh yeah, Dan's got Italians. I, in my defence, I never saw it. I never saw any Italian infantry because they never got out the vehicles. As far as I'm aware, he has not.
All 12 of the Italian infantry I painted, yeah.
Well, I'll give you a sprue and you can get another 6. There you go.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Yay. Tell you what, wait for me to get my Japanese army, and I'll use them as corpses for bases.
Well, that's something.
There you go.
Have we got the roadmap? Where's the roadmap gone?
I think we had this discussion last episode, because there's plastic Japanese infantry coming in there at some point, as well as the plastic bears.
Yeah, because if we look at the roadmap...
Those plastic bears look great.
There we go, Q2. So you're looking at what, May, June? Ursus with Mauls, Ursus with Claws. Plastic British infantry as well. And a British hero. Yeah, it's Q3. Q3 is plastic Ghost Warriors for Japan. There we go. That's all exciting shit. Anyway, what are you guys pledging?
I'm going to finish off all these guard models and the command.
Yeah? Do you reckon you'll get them done for Hell March?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 of them in total. Yeah, I should do.
Yeah.
It's not a massive amount of painting on the K-47 models, is it?
Yeah, do it.
It's just the bases that will take the most time. The rest.
Yeah, but as I say, let's get them on the table for Hellmarch. Be excited to see.
Yeah.
And Spurlie?
Well, I guess I'll get these 2 boxes made up.
Because you need me to paint them for you. New British robots, yeah.
And then I think I've got a sprue of Fireflies. I'll get them built with flamethrowers.
All right.
Yeah.
Fucking meta chaser.
Well, I've got to do something with my time these days.
Well, he's got the inside scoop, hasn't he, with these reviews, so he can get armies built that no one else knows about.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people were already doing Firefly flamethrower spams, but it's just behind the... Steve was already doing it.
Oh, was it?
He was doing it a long time.
It was just putting the flamethrowers in the Firefly squads rather than having them as separate teams.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Exactly.
Okay. So you're going to build more robots and then give them to me to paint?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You love it, Toph. You love it.
Okay. Right. There we go. End of an episode. Dan, can you take us out with a joke?
Dirty joke.
Come on, dirty joke.
Dirty joke.
Okay. It's quite on brand, actually, because this is how we started the episode as well.
Oh. What, the gang?
No.
Oh, okay.
What do police hotlines and glory holes have in common?
Oh, here we go.
They both receive anonymous tips. It's all about the tip.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's been the Juggernaut podcast. Just the tip. Enjoy. Don't forget to lube up. Talk to you later.
Good night, everybody.